welcome to the live stream. I'm your hostess, Jenna Moreci. If you are unfamiliar, I am I'm a romantasy author. You can check out the first two books in my series, The Savior's Champion and Savior's Sister. They're available at all major retailers, and they just got a brand new copy edit, brand new covers, all that good stuff. They're available for purchase right now. The hardbacks aren't available yet because who are you exactly? The hardbacks aren't available yet because I am having issues with Ingram Spark. What else is new? So if you want the hardbacks, you're just gonna have to wait a little bit, but they're on their way. 1 second. Ooh, I got an update from my cover artist. But yeah, anywho, you want to get on the hype soon because the Savior's Army is coming out. I picked a release date. I will be announcing the release date in a couple of weeks. So pay attention. It's all. Ooh, I got my new cover editions. Yay!
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I'm being so stuck up, and I'm totally waiting for the hardbacks. But I'm not telling anyone to do that. But the hardbacks are so pretty.
Yeah, the hardbacks are extra special. So if you want to wait, I totally understand. But anywho, all that said, I also have my second writing craft book. Who are you, Diva? I also have my second writing craft book, How to Write Romantasy, that's available at all major retailers. Please go buy it. Helps me out a ton, and it's awesome. And I'm also a YouTuber here on this channel. I won't have a video coming out this week because I've been recovering from Cliff's hospitalization. Plus, we're working on the the cover reveal for the Savior's Army and stuff. So, but there will be a video next week. But anywho, subscribe, ring the bell, and like this video. It helps me out a ton. And I'll go ahead and let Iona introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Iona. I'm an author, and you can check out Ashes on Amazon in ebook, paperback, and audiobook formats. You can follow me at Creepy Core and Folklore on YouTube and Instagram, and check out my Creepy Core and Folklore website because I do crystal ball readings there. And last week was a very crystal ball-y week, which was nice. So yeah, you can check me out there.
Awesome. I just went ahead and approved the final hardcover design. So,
bless you.
I just got hit up by a foreign rights manager.
Ooh.
About shut up and write the book.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is a very intense email time. I like what's happening.
It's all like, there's so much going on. Okay. I'm trying to do a live stream emails. I was just checking to see if I got a response from Ingram Spark yet, but of course I have not. Bastards. God. So many scammers. It's just nuts. Okay, guys. Sorry, I'm back. Iona, why don't you tell everyone about your special day? If you are okay with it.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay with it. Okay, I had my first ever orientation day today at my new job, and my eyes are very watery because the person that I was sitting next to, who I really liked, Crystal Ball, and she was lovely, but wearing a particular perfume that super fucked up my eyes. I'm like, oh, it makes them feel so itchy, but it's not her fault. She did it, it was definitely her perfume. So if I'm rubbing my eyes a lot, it's one, because I woke up early, but I'm being really brave about it. And two, because I'm having a slight allergic reaction. But yeah, joining here about a new job. Okay, so the job was better than I ever could have imagined. I have my own fancy office, which I literally did not know I would get. I literally thought I would put my things in a locker and like wander around hallways like a creepy Appalachian woman, just be like, how you doing over there? I thought I'd just have like a locker. And I have a fancy office. I have a really, really, really good team. My direct supervisor is amazing. And super like honest, and has to be neurodivergent. Like there's no I'm so thankful because she communicates so well. And and clearly and stuff. And it was nice because I saw a couple people that like looked familiar too. So I'm really excited to start working, and it's a regular schedule and I'll get paid regularly and on time. Imagine that. So I'm
Awesome.
excited.
Yay, everyone's being so nice. Congratulations on your
Thank
new
you.
job. Amazing, amazing. Hey, Iona, do you have a YouTube channel?
So yes, but like sort of. It's oh, I forgot to bring up Twitch. I always forget something. So I'm doing Writer Wednesdays. I'm trying to make it a thing. On Twitch under Creepy Core and Folklore, and then I upload shorts and then the recordings of those live streams onto my Creepy Core and Folklore YouTube channel.
Yes.
Thank you.
Every time someone says your name in the comments, I'm so tempted to say, congrats, Lana, because
Because of that one person.
yeah, I just like it's ingrained in my brain now. But anywho, um, um, that's very exciting.
Jenna had to
Yay!
deal with literal, I want to say months, but weeks of me being a ball of anxiety about it. And I finally feel like I literally felt like I was able to, oh my gosh, I was able to be like really transparent with this woman and just be like, listen, I'm not trying to be gross, but my body needs like to know where the bathrooms are. And she was like, I'll show you the private ones that no one uses. I was like, you get me. And I was like, and I need to like what do I like wear? Like what do I wear? And she was like, no, no one tells you this stuff. And I was like, can I wear like shoelaces? Like I there's different things that different places you
Oh,
can't.
yeah, okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
I was thinking like, okay, I know what you're
We were
saying
like,
now.
oh no, only heels. Only stilettos
Right.
allowed. No. I was like, I don't know. Like, and she's like, okay, so like no hoods, which I was not gonna wear a hoodie to work, but but no hoods, but you
Yes.
can wear but you can wear shoelaces because they're on your like you can't like lose a shoelace, like you
Right.
would know. So
Right.
just different things like that where I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like and all of my not knowing, I was able to be like blah, 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 blah. And then she was like, oh, don't worry about it. And then she gave me like better than expected answers. Where
Right.
I like, for instance, like she was like, there is a little bit of shuffling. You're going to have your own office, but it's getting set up right now. So like, you don't have it yet. She's like, so I'm so sorry. And she's like, I will like, and I was like, girl, I didn't even like, my shoes are saying, when did that happen? Yeah. Like you would know. And it was just funny because she was like, I would, you can use mine. And I was like, girl, I've never had an office. Like, and she was like, never. And she was like, you have like a good one. And I'm one of the more senior clinicians there. So I'm like, I know stuff. That's exciting. So
Very cool.
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
excited
I'm
for
all
you.
done blabbing. That I'm just way relieved about it.
Butters is angry. She's like, I want my own office. I don't know if you guys can hear her. She's growling at. I'm assuming there's a critter outside that she's like, that's my yard. But either that or she can see me moving my reflection in the window. Let's see. Was that it? No.
It could be a ghost again.
No, it's not a ghost.
Oh.
It's when it's a ghost, it's always at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah. There, the window's open. It's a critter because the window's open. We get deer in the yard, and we get squirrels.
Her like herding like flares up.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes she'll see my reflection in the window, and she'll be like,
yeah.
"What's that?"
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh my goodness. Butters is the best protector. Yes, but lately she's the one who has been needing protection because I don't know what happened. She was chewing her foot, and I think she chewed too hard and like hurt her foot, and she just runs to Cliff and she like makes a little and then runs to Cliff and like snuggles with him and is just like, Father,
that's so cute.
I injured myself. And it's just like, girl, you did it to yourself.
It's an immediate every time. I'm like, yeesh. I do like, because I got to meet the celebrity of Butters. I did like seeing her herding.
Yes.
Like, I was like, wait, what is she again? Because she's definitely not just playing fetch.
Right.
And she
yes.
definitely didn't like anytime like you and Cliff would be separated like by one whole foot. She was like, get back together. Like, you're
Right.
supposed to be next to each other.
Yes. She's a love bug and she always wants us together. It's funny because whenever Cliff and I cuddle, she'll just be sitting like, hello, what about me? I hope Buttersfoot is feeling better. It's fine. She didn't even like cut it or anything. She just nipped it a little too hard and freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Sorry, I just saw what you said.
It's true. But she has like really, I know I talk about it all the time now, but she's like so smart and she has like really good instincts, so it doesn't surprise me.
She's a smarty pants. If you guys are in Cyborg Central, I took the cutest picture of her and I sent it. And then I sent the funniest. My sister, I showed the video to my sister. My sister goes, "Haley has a song for her," and then I showed Haley's song. I'm like, this girl is very related to me. You would love it.
I'm so excited. I want to see.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to listen to it, but in my headphones. So. Absolutely related to you.
Yeah. Just farts all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
She's singing really like well. Like, I'm like kind of impressed with her. Like, It kind of sounds like Be Our Guest a little bit.
Oh.
I like
I don't
to
know.
fart. Like to fart. I like to poop. I like to fart. That's what it reminds me of.
Okay, read the comment on the screen because I've had it up for a while.
Oh, when IONA said she's a senior clinician, I suddenly became a child wanting to run up here all excited. I work at a lab. That's awesome. I do not work at a lab, but I love lab people. And I was into chemistry in my undergrad. So I love that. That's so fun. I like that.
I am super excited. Sorry, guys. I got a itch in my nose.
Super excited for a successful completed day. Thank you. Tomorrow it starts my actual, I still have more trainings I have to do. They're like, you have to do all of these within your first like 24 hours. And they're like, don't worry, you'll breeze right through them. And no, you will not. And they take like 8 hours. So I'm like, I'm just going to keep working on these. I don't know. But tomorrow starts my actual job. And today was just all paperwork stuff, basically.
I'm sorry, I was just catching up with Cyborg Central. You guys give me life. As a radio guy, I'm worried about Jenna sounding muffled. Iona sounds great. It's because Iona's using an actual mic, and I'm just using the what's it called? The speakers on my laptop. So I'm not going to set up a mic in my bed. I'm too lazy. So
no, don't. And the only reason I did it is because I was hurting people with my typing, whereas your typing is not loud. Like, I mean, I can hear it, but everyone was reporting that my typing sounded like thunderous. Whereas like your typing just sounds like ASMR. And also you sound very clear, so no problem.
Oh, okay. Jenna, do you ever revise your books? I mean, you have to before you publish them. That's what you're supposed to do.
Lots of revisions.
Is that your dog barking? That's actually my butthole barking.
I like to fart. I like to fart.
That should be my new tagline. I like to fart. I like to poop. It's funny though because she really does. She thinks like she loves farts. She thinks they're fucking hilarious.
They're funny. They're tried and true.
Yes.
Like, of course she does. And she's just very, 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 she looks like you too. Like you can tell you're related,
yeah.
I should say. Because she doesn't look like carbon copy, but like, it's like, oh, she's a Moreci. Like, I know she's technically.
If you were a to pull up a picture of me at her age,
Mm-hmm.
we don't look exactly, especially because she
No,
has
you'd
straight
think
hair.
you're like sisters or something.
Yeah, she has straight hair and I have curly hair. Well, I still have curly hair, but you can see the resemblance, you know.
Mm-hmm. Definitely can tell
But
you're
she
related.
looks, well, I was gonna say she looks more like my sister than me, but in some ways,
I don't know. I see both. I can see both.
well, you haven't seen my sister at that age, is what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you meant right now. I was like,
No.
no, I think she looks a lot like you right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I haven't seen pictures of your sister at that age.
Farts are the pinnacle of comedy, to be fair. Exactly.
Very true.
I'm out of book ideas, and when I get one, I can never stick with it. Any advice? No one ever likes the advice when I give it, but the truth is, you just have to. If you want to finish a book, you have to be willing to finish it, even when you're sick of the idea,
Mm-hmm.
even when there are scenes that are not fun to write.
Mm-hmm.
There is no such thing as a book that was fun to create the whole way through.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not going to happen. Okay. And if you're a hobbyist, then it doesn't matter because you're just doing it for fun. And when it's not fun, you can stop.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to actually finish a book and publish it, you're going to have to get over yourself and understand that it's going to not be fun at times. There's going to be lots of steps that are painful and unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be sick of the book by the time it's done. You're just going to be sick of it. That's the way it is. There's a reason that authors like don't read their book after it's published.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they're sick of it. That's how it works. So you just have to be willing to keep working on it, even though you're sick of it and you're not enjoying it anymore. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say shut up and write the book.
Yes, that too. I'm 23 and I find farts funny. I'm almost 40 and I find farts funny, so it's because they are funny.
Yeah.
An ill-timed fart is always guaranteed to make me laugh. Exactly. You know what? Even a perfectly timed fart will make me
Thomas
laugh.
said the next line down.
Yeah, or well-timed, really. Exactly. Good. No more cussing. Just for you, I am going to cuss as many times as possible. We'll make it a drinking game, and then and
then everyone will die.
That exactly. And so here's when I first watched that video of her going, "I like to fart," I thought she was saying, "I like to fuck," and I'm like, Haley,
like, why are you letting her? Like, oh my goodness.
Fuck, fuckity fuck yeah, let's go. Okay, just with all those fucks, everyone would be very ill with the drinking. Oh my gosh, Cyborg Central cracks me up. I'm 49, and when I'm feeling down, I just have a spoonful of beans into my hand. Oh
just
my gosh.
Launches you into the happy zone.
Fuckity doo-dah. Shots of water instead. There's a story that I want to tell, but it's I would need permission from someone else to tell it, and they probably would not give me permission. But I will tell Iona. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, everyone's just gonna pause while I tell Iona.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I think you told me either this or something similar to this.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Oh, for sure. That's so much better. Oh my God. Yes, it's like, no, this is wonderful. I love how that worked out. But you did tell me either, like, I think you told me like a specific like instance, and it was really sweet because how you described it was this.
Yeah.
It was like that. I mean, I'm sure that happened more than once, but like that was just what you described.
Right. Yeah, and now I also like regularly moon him to the point now where I'll just be like, if I'm going somewhere, and then I go, hey, look. He immediately knows,
The
and he goes,
full moon.
he'll be like, is the butt coming? And then he's like, there it is.
Amazing.
If there was a drinking game every time Jenna and Iona cuss, we would all be in the hospital with
And we have to do something. I mean, even if you drank water, I mean, I liked what like Jay was saying, but even if you drink water, like you can have too much water. So like we don't want that.
I was gonna share a fart joke in here, but it's pretty long-winded. But after Iona mentioned Jenna's typing being ASMR, I'm paying more attention. And OMG,
it's so nice. I really like the sound of Jenna's typing without my stupid janky microphone that's like right here. I would type. I don't know what it was because I was just using the same mic that like in the computer, but something was like super super thunderous about it. It was like hurting people. And then whenever I was seeing clients and like virtually, I would be like, oh, let me add that like in there as a note for like next week or whatever. And I'd be typing, they're like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I don't know. And I was like, I was like, why? And they're like, you're typing. And I was like, I'm just typing. Like, and I totally accidentally like gaslit them because I was like, I've never heard anyone complain about this ever. Meanwhile, like every week, everyone is like, oh, and I didn't think to like, I forget who suggested it, but they were like, why don't you just like set up the microphone that we know you have because you have a freaking podcast? And I'm like, oh yeah, let me try that.
Oh my gosh, I could fall asleep. It's funny because I'm a very slow reader, but I'm a very fast typer.
So fast typing. So satisfying to hear.
And when I lived with my parents, back in the day, teenage years, anytime I was typing, all of a sudden I'd hear my parents just start going to mimic me typing, and it would just happen like randomly. I'd be typing, and all of a sudden I'd hear, we all cracked up because I know exactly what they're saying. They're just like,
now anytime you type like really really fast, and I can hear it immediately, makes me think in Filthy Rich of Jamie being like, oh yeah, is that doing it for me? how about some of this? Like,
I'm so excited to get back to the rom-com.
Yes.
So, but what was I gonna say? Sorry, the comments, whatever. But I have to proofread The Savior's Army one more time, and I've been dragging my feet on that. But at least The Savior's Army will be sorry, I need to look at the comments. At least The Savior's Army will be less painful to read than The Savior's Champion, The Savior's Sister, because those, I mean, I've read so many times, and The Savior's Army I haven't read as many times. So yeah, I am.
I personally enjoyed rereading them, but I also
didn't write them.
Yeah, I know, but also that was like my third time reading them.
Right, for me it was like my
you're bajillion. I know. So I was like, I had a wonderful time, and they're like, right. I was like, these are lovely. This is so fun.
And I'm just like, kill me, please. Sacrifice me, leave me, my body in the woods for the wolves to feast on. I am hyped. Okay, Jay, I swear to God, I thought this said I am hyped for good fucking Mormons, and I was like, what?
I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was your like type.
It was like, well, that's a turn.
Hard left.
Right. I was like, okay, yeah, good Mormons, I guess. If there's yeah, um, as far as rom coms go, if you're in Cyber Central, I've had some really bad luck with books lately. Um,
Hmm.
we learned something new about Jay. Uh, oh, is that a good one? Delilah Green doesn't care.
I
Yeah.
liked it. I liked that one a lot. It's a sapphic romance. It was so well done. I thought, however, I do have to throw out there that there have been a couple, like, I don't mean to say just, that's not like people who are lesbian, like only lesbian and not like pan or bi, that didn't like it. Only a few, but still it's like, and I can't quite remember what they didn't like about it. So it might be like just depending, just read up on it and see, maybe like a no spoilers review or something. Just because I've heard a couple people be like, that's not cool. And I didn't like, I personally didn't like didn't see anything, but I'm also not a lesbian. So I'm like, maybe I'm missing like something.
Hmm.
So just throwing that out there. But I do really like that. And so I read a really fun I don't know what it would count as. But it was called Pumpkin Spice and Poltergeist. And I started reading it and the pacing was a little like I felt like I was dropped into the middle of the book and I thought I wouldn't like it, but I kept going. And it was really cute and fun. So, and that one's also sapphic. So, if you're looking for anything like that, HB Lee, then that, and it's like more on the magical side. It's kind of campy, I think, is why. Because they're like, oh, the werewolf over there said this, and like the vampire's named like, I don't, this isn't the actual name, but it's like Vampira Blood. And it's like, okay, like that's a little,
Right.
like but the authors did that on purpose. Like they're being campy on purpose. So,
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah, I read a good rom com recently, and it's a nice short read. Let me find it.
oh, yeah, yeah. I want to add it to my thing.
It's it's very it's just really cute and simple, and no frills.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it, and it didn't gross me out, which is a low bar. But okay, it's called Rose with My Fake Fiance by
I
Liz
love it.
Alden, and it's I don't know if she would be considered a plus size MC, but she's like a curvy MC, and it's a age gap where she's older and he's younger, and yeah, it was cute.
I'm good. What was the first word of the book? The title?
Rose with My Fake Fiance.
Maybe I'm spelling rose wrong.
Rose.
I keep trying to, and it keeps going. Do you mean Akatar? I'm like, no, I don't. Come on. No. Hold on. I want to add it to my list.
And just to be clear, like here, I put it in the comments, and oh, it didn't show the whole link. Of course not. Sorry.
I
Oh,
found it.
Jenna,
I I spelled fiance wrong.
oh god.
Sorry. Okay. I was
But
like,
yeah, it's very simple. It's very no frills. It's not gonna change your life, but it was just
like
like
a
one of those
fun.
cute, soft reads, and
Yes.
and I, like the main character isn't an idiot, which is so hard to
That's
find.
crazy that that's such a like common thing, and it makes me like upset.
Hmm.
Like that it's like the ditzy, I don't know.
Just the quirky idiot, and it's like, I'm quirky. It's like, no, you're dumb. Like, those are different things. I'm quirky and I'm not dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. Oh, Kylan posted it in Cyber Central too.
Okay. Cool. I was able to add it. I was spelling fiance like fine. I flipped the A and the E, not because I think it's spelled like that. I just kind of like move things around sometimes.
It's
It,
it's the ADHD.
Yeah, for
or
sure.
or dyslexia,
Or just, I mean, we can just tack on another
right.
thing. I mean, I'm collecting them like Pokemon at this point. But yeah, because I just like, yeah, I definitely like move things around. It's like the reading thing where I was like in my special reading program and I was like loving that I was like high up in the reading program. And then I was like, I just don't know why they call her mama. And they're like, where? I'm like, they call her mama all the time. And then they're like, show us on the page. And I was like, right here. And it was ma'am. And I was like, I'm so embarrassed. And I was like, I just don't know why all the maids call the head maid mama. That's like kind of weird, but whatever. Oh, God.
Hold on a second. I'm checking Cyborg Central.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, GK. Sorry. I just saw it. Thomas is saying.
I didn't see Thomas's thing.
Timothy. Mama ma'am. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. That was great.
Yeah, my Babo has suddenly copied Jay randomly. They've like psychically linked, and she likes pretending to be Gengar at all. Gengar or a Sally Lightfoot crab. That's been the obsession. We keep flipping between the two. So I am collecting Pokemon.
Let's see. I love the way you say Pokemon. I don't know why. It's just cute to me.
Me saying Pokemon?
Yeah.
Pokemon.
I just think it's cute. What's everyone working on today? I'm working on something alongside my sister. I thought you said I'm working on my sister, and I was like, we don't need to know.
Yeah. No.
Jenna,
I like the body doubling though. That can be fun.
Wait, Jenna, I meant Jay. I'm like, what?
I was like,
what's that about Pokemon? I don't know. I just think the way Iona says Pokemon is cute. Like it's
I think
like,
I say it. I think I accidentally say it with like well, maybe that's the way you're supposed to say it, but I don't think so. I think it's supposed to be
it's Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you say Pokemon, but it to me it sounds like very Appalachian, and I think it's
cute. Well, that's definitely there. It's so funny because I was playing video games with someone, and if everyone's on Twitch, it was with Fred, and he was like, "So if you're from Appalachia," he had been like deployed with somebody that like was also from the area, and he's like, but his accent, he was like not quite from the same region where we were, but like a couple hours away, and he was like, but he sounded like really Appalachian. And I was like, no, I don't think I really have an accent. And then something happened. I forgot what it was. And he was like, nah, I hear it. I definitely hear it now.
Well, the thing is that there are accents, and every place has its own accent.
Right.
But some are more subtle. Like Californians, even if you're not in SoCal, Californians have a Californian accent. And so like, some people would say, oh, Jenna doesn't have an accent, but I do. We have lazy vowels. So our vowels tend to sound alike. So that's why words like haughty, and I can't tell you what the other pronunciation is, like haughty, like Hotty and Haughtty,
yeah,
they're supposed to be pronounced differently. I can't pronounce them differently because for us our vowels blend together.
That's so interesting.
Our vowels all have a little bit of an to it. Like for example, it's technically Cosima, but I say Casima. And
okay.
So yeah.
And that's so well, it's also tough too because there have been like, so I guess technically English is second language, but not only for a certain age. So I have some like Latin American, stuff like from Central America, it's like the Caribbean Americas, but then also like there's like Appalachian, lots of Appalachian influence, but then also like some inner city influence, and then also Jamaican. And I met a Jamaican today, which is exciting because I was like, are you from, she was like the lunch lady. And I was like, are you Jamaican? She's like, what do you want to know about that? And I was like, no, I am also Jamaican. She's like, what? And I was like, my granddad. And she was like, oh, your granddad. And I was like, yes. And she was like, I see it now. She's like, I was just like, yes. So it was just like nice. Maybe that's another reason why I like well, like, hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Like the place where I work.
That makes sense.
It was so nice. It was just so nice. So, yeah.
So a thick California accent would usually be in Southern California, and that's where, like, so where I live, our vowels kind of blend together. But there is some differentiation. It's just like, for example, I got lectured by someone saying that I was pronouncing. So you know the name Nyx, Nyx.
Yeah.
The Greek pronunciation of it is more Neeks,
Uh-huh.
and so in the Savior series, I have them pronounce it as Neeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I got lectured by someone saying, no, that's not the Greek pronunciation, it's Neeks. And I'm like, how is
That
that
sounds
different?
the same.
How is that different than what I'm saying? And they're like, well, you're saying Neeks, but it's Neeks. And I'm like, what
I
is
don't hear a
the
difference.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying it the same because I didn't hear
Oh,
a
okay.
difference. So
I was like feeling like that Pam meme where it's like I don't see a difference. Where it's
no, I
like
mean,
the same.
to this day I can't tell you what the difference was, but it's like so you know, I remember I discussed this with you and Haley back in the day because I was really annoyed because she was totally, it's who you think I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
She was just totally like screaming down my neck about how I'm saying it wrong the Greek way, and I'm like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
hear the what are like, I obviously, it sounds the same to me, but obviously, like, I know the difference between Nix and Neeks,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know the difference between Neeks and
Whatever the other thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's really interesting is that there's the broca part. This is me doing a
A tangent.
yes,
I'll get back to the story.
of the broca part of your brain closes around age like 8 or 9 depending on the person, and there are certain sounds that you won't be able to hear anymore, like the difference. And that's why, like, if someone's more from like East Asian side, the R and L is like indecipherable if you don't grow up around R's and L's like having differences. And so you being like, I cannot hear the difference between these, like the Greek word for it and like the English interpretation of it, like you might not be able to, like, at all. And that's like okay, because like unless you were exposed to Greek a significant amount before the age of like 8 or something, then you're like not going to. But yeah.
Oh, this makes me feel better. I literally don't know what different pronunciation of Neeks there would be other than Nix and Neeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
The person was being an asshole, but that's
Oh, they absolutely were being an asshole too.
Like, but all that said is, so where I live, the vowels kind of blend together, but there is still a difference between A, E, I, O, and U. It's just that there's a little bit of in all of them. Whereas a thick California accent is usually more Southern California, and that's where we hear the surfer bro language.
That's what I was wondering about.
It's bruh and duh and nah, like instead of no, everything is so it's like bruh.
And upspeak is really common, but what's the part that has a lot of the upspeak at the end of the sentence?
That would be like Valley Girl accent.
Yes, yeah.
And that's not really so much an accent as it is like a
cadence or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I saw Butters has a hurt foot. She doesn't have a hurt foot. You're totally fine. What had happened was she was chewing on her foot and she chewed a little too hard, and I guess it hurt a little, and she spooked herself and she was glued to Cliff for the rest of the night. Her foot is totally fine. She's just
It reminds me of sorry, it's not funny, but like a couple months ago, you took her to the vets and she had a little tummy ache and then she was fine.
Yeah, recently we took her to the vet because she was throwing up all over the place. She was diarrheaing and throwing up all over the place. So we took her to the vet, and like, $400 later, they're like, okay, we have a diagnosis. She has a tummy ache.
It also reminds me of when she like wasn't eating and like everyone was really concerned. Obviously, like you want me, but she ate steak. Like
I ordered like expensive steak from a expensive steakhouse, and I didn't want the rest of it, so I cut it up and gave it to Butters, and she ate it.
Trying to help her eat, and she's like, blah, 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 blah. So it's like she was clearly fine, and she's like, Mom, make something else for me. So you had to like mix it up a little bit with the flavors in her food.
And that was it.
Girl.
Yeah. So
I love the energy.
So yeah, she's just a little dramatic sometimes. She's very intelligent, and she knows how to She knows how to manipulate us. So yeah, her foot. She just okay. Oh my gosh, you guys! I wish you guys could see what she does when I brush her teeth. It's totally intentional. So I brush her teeth every night, and she doesn't like it. Okay,
Yeah.
and she'll be like growling, and I'm brushing her teeth, and she's like,
Mhm.
she never lets me get her bottom front
The
teeth.
little tubes. Yeah.
Yeah, which are there are the ones that are the most gross because she never lets me get them. But the other ones she lets me get. And then every single time I bring her back to bed, so I'm carrying her. The minute I walk into the bedroom from the bathroom and she sees Cliff, she starts like she waits to see Cliff, and I
Mama has harmed me
yes.
again.
And I swear to God, I go, she's telling on me. Like
Yeah.
she's like, Father, she has abused me. Like she's just in the bathroom, I'm brushing her teeth, and she's just like,
Mhm.
"Arr." I carry her, and the minute she sees Cliff, and then like I'll like pause and just hold her, and she'll like wait. And then the minute I get close to the bed, so that she's like now in jumping distance of the bed, she starts growling at me, and she's like, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you. And then I put her on the bed and she turns around to me and she like fake bites me. She doesn't actually bite me because she's
No,
a
but
good
they'll
girl.
like, yeah.
So this is what she does. This is my hand and this is her face. You know, my face is her face. And she'll go,
Yeah,
and
that'll show her.
she'll just bite. She'll bite next to my hand. And to be clear, I'm not making it hard for her. Like I'll have my hand right there and she'll just bite next to it. Because she's
I
not
feel
gonna
like
act
it's like she has like smart tween energy. I feel like
yes,
that's her version of being like,
right. I feel like it's her way of being like, like you know, the person who's like, I'll show you, and then the minute it's like, okay, yeah, fight me, they're like,
well,
right.
you're not worth my time, actually.
So I always joke that she is telling on me, you know, like she's telling on me to Cliff, and then she's like, you know, like I'm not gonna actually bite you because I love you, but I'm gonna show
But I'm
you
gonna
what,
buck. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, it reminds me of that lady who's like I bring in bucking at random times. Have you seen her do that before? Where she's
Yes,
this
yes,
woman and she's like, and but yeah, that's like her version of being like, yeah.
yeah, that's her way. I swear that's her way of being like, oh, I tried to bite you, but I just missed. But you know, you lucked out this time. It's Butters
She's
is
the
such a
best
cute
too.
Butters. She is just it's every night. These Butter stories are killing me. So like I'll be carrying her, and the minute I walk in the room, Dad, Mom abused me. And then I go, and then she like calms down again because Cliff doesn't do anything. She's like, damn it, Dad, you're supposed to advocate for me. And then I go to put her on the bed, and she's like, and then doesn't
That'll
bite me.
show her.
Yeah,
Brush
it's
my
just,
teeth.
and then the minute we go to bed, and then she'll like go to Cliff and like give me the stink eye, and then the minute we
Wow.
turn off the light, she sleeps with me every night. So the minute we turn off the light, she comes and she cuddles with me, and I'm like, yeah,
Oh
okay,
my god. I
no
think
hating,
part of the sassiness might be a Chihuahua thing too,
yeah.
because Artie's a lot like that.
I love the sass. I think it's
I
adorable,
love
and
it too.
she cracks me up, and like, but I always joke that like Dad is her like safe space, and I'm like her gal pal, and she's
Mhm.
just like sassy and like fun with me, you know, right? But I'm talking about you. Are you doing okay, Poo Poo? No, I'm sorry. Oh, here comes Butters. Say hello.
Hi, Butters. Oh, she's wagging. Hi, Butters.
Hi, we're talking
She's
about you.
so pretty.
She's
She looks
cute.
like I don't know why, but she looks like a little lighter or something, like in color
A
or something.
lighter,
Yeah, like in color.
like
Like
a
no, no,
light.
no, no, like a more pastel brown than like a deeper brown.
Oh, her
Like
cup.
I'm just thankful that you have moments like this because this is me all the time, and I'm really
Lighter
glad.
in color. I thought you meant like a colored lighter.
Oh, like it's not in black and white.
No,
I
no,
love that.
like that lights things, you
Yes.
know, like that lights cigarettes.
Yeah.
But I thought you like a colored one, like it's red or
Oh
something. And
no.
I was like, how the fuck does she look like? But
She
okay, you're
doesn't
saying
look like a light, but like
she
like
looks lighter,
when you
her
brush her a
brown,
lot,
yeah.
it could just be like the lighting of the room too, or something with like night coming sooner and all that stuff, and like maybe it's like glowier. But you know how like after you'll brush her, like she'll like lighten a little bit just because like some of the hair is gone, like the thickness of the hair is gone. She kind of just looks like that.
Yeah, the thing is that anytime you take a picture of her, she's going to be a different shade of brown because it depends on how the light and everything,
Yes.
because her undercoat is much lighter than her top coat.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then she has white in some areas, like her butt's
Mm-hmm.
white, her toes are white, she's got a white spot here, she's got
Mm-hmm.
white on her nose, and she's got some caramel. And so it's very, very pretty because she looks like
She's
everything.
multi-chromatic.
Yes, exactly. Doll, she looks as floofy as ever. Yes, a table lighter shaped like Butters.
That would be fun.
Butters is the most ferocious entity in the world. Very much confirmed by these stories. I just saw what Kylan said. So that's exactly what I thought she was talking about. And then when I figured out what she meant, I felt so stupid.
No, it's okay, Jenna. I just need you to know that how you interpreted that is a very ADHD. Not saying you don't have
Yeah.
it, but I'm like this is how I operate all the time, and I'm so thankful you had a moment like this because I feel stupid all the time, and I'm like, I don't know why you put up with this.
We can be stupid together. I'm crying because of scroll up to Kylan's.
Kylan's like just like salt, like just brown lighter is like, but like with Butters is like the best. Like that is so funny.
Also, if you scroll up to their fuck, I feel like I'm gonna pee. I'm like literally gonna pee. Suck it up. Okay, also, I'm sharing this in Cyborg Central. For the people who have read these books, please help me think of tropes.
Okay.
As you can see, this.
I don't want to do the tropes thing ever again. I was so bad at it.
But I just need you to know the one thing. Iona, Grace put something we can put here, and I thought she meant like a penis trope, like I've got something we can put here, and I was like, Grace, but then I realized it just means placeholder, like something.
Oh
we can put here.
Blank.
And I was like, Grace, I was so fucking stupid. I thought that was supposed to be a penis euphemism, and I was like, Tobias never says this, and he's never like, I got something.
No, because then we wouldn't like him.
And I was just like, Grace, I'm so fucking dumb, and we just like busted out laughing. But anywho, help me think of obviously like she falls first, he falls harder doesn't apply to the Savior's Army.
These don't have to match the letters. Oh, thank God.
No, they don't have to match the letters, but like right now there's a bunch of placeholders, you know.
Oh, I see.
So the only one that it looks done is the Savior's Sister, except for Forbidden Romance, because that's more of a TSC thing. So if we could replace that one, but the rest of it it works. But yeah.
Well.
The Savior's Pete.
That's funny.
But also think about like what would like appeal to readers and stuff. Something with lots of sass and some ass. No, just kidding.
It's so funny because what I was doing, I was like, okay, I'm gonna look up common romantasy tropes, and then I'm gonna squish it to be in with the letters.
Oh, maybe who did this to you?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
The Savior's Army.
Yes, okay. yes. Definitely put that with the Savior's Army.
Okay, I'm writing that down. TSA, who did this to you? Okay, I really do have to pee thanks to Kylan though. So everyone think about it in the comments here. Think about the tropes in TSC and TSS. I need to pee.
Hello. Everyone trope it up. I'm not being helpful. I'm thinking. I'm totally just gonna cheat and see what other people come up with in the comments. Don't make me do the trope thing, not again. I was like, it's so funny because while I was coming up with trope stuff or trying to, Bebo was not like, I don't know what happened, but she suddenly was like not okay. And so she was like doing her thing and I was typing and I was like, I should have just my brain internet dial-up sound. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I thought of one potentially, but I don't know if it counts as a trope.
Mhm.
But it is kind of funny for TSA. I was thinking, you're probably wondering how I got here.
I feel like that would, especially with the first chapter or the first like.
Yeah.
Do they count as chapters or like are they vignettes? I can't
Sort
remember if
of.
they're. Yeah,
They're not chapters, but
they're like vignettes. It like the scenes. So I think you could.
You're probably wondering how
How
I
I
got
wound
here.
up here. I wound up in this mess.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I have spicy slow burn payoff, epic journey, and PTSD rep. And then I could do who did this to you. You're probably wondering how I got here, and I would need one more. Maybe like internal demons or inner demons or
Embrace the darkness.
embrace the dark.
Oh, did it work? Is that one?
I mean, potentially.
Is that a potential?
Us against the world.
Oh, that's a really I like that one a lot because that's how on like in some of my like responses while reading it, I was like, I love that it's them against the world in there.
Oh, found family. That's kind of
yes. That's very very. I mean,
now I have too many. Okay, well, no more for TSA. You guys are fired. But for good, yep, that's me. You're probably wondering. Well, that's a long. Exactly. That's the exact vibe. If you've read the first vignette of the Savior's Army, that's exactly. I'm wondering how I got here. It's funny because not a bunch, but a couple of betas really did not like how TSA started, and I'm just like, well,
that I like how it started. I wonder if sometimes I wonder. That's terrible because they said the crushing story.
Yeah, I'm almost like, well, I'm not changing it. So, a long crushing story tell Miles. Biopic. Okay.
See, I say biopic too. Is it supposed to be biopic or is it biopic?
I've always said biopic because that's it's a biographical pick,
Yeah.
But I only recently learned that I think it's supposed to be biopic. So
Okay,
I don't know.
I've said biopic. So,
but I normally say I think it's one of those that can be said either way.
Okay, good.
I think maybe not so long for Milo. Milo doesn't deserve this. I don't know if you mean he doesn't deserve the crushing death or he doesn't deserve the biopic.
I think they mean the crushing death.
Okay, because I don't think he deserves the biopic. But whatever. I've heard both. Okay, so that makes me feel better.
Okay.
HP. I don't know why. Killed. What kind of Ben and Jerry's is that?
Oh, so nice.
I don't know if they're still in the stream, but I want to know. Oh, the cat. The cat's climbing all over.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Now TSS and TSC.
Okay.
Something's long about him. Exactly. Okay, so she falls first, but he falls harder. Her father wants her throne.
Mm-hmm.
Secret assassins.
Mm-hmm.
Forbidden. So we just need to get rid of forbidden romance. I mean, I could say political chess game or something, but I'm trying to think of stuff that.
Well, you could do well, no, forbidden romance and secret romance are the same fucking thing. So, you could do political secrets then, or.
Well, we already have the word secret, but I was thinking like political chess game.
Oh yeah, secret assassins. Oh my god, yes.
Political chess.
Yeah.
Cheese. Political cheese game. What about enemies to lovers? There's
No.
You haven't read these books, have you?
No. Sorry, yeah.
Next, we're going to be like, what about aliens from Mars? Nick is like, enemies to lovers for TSC. Oh my god. Sorry, that cracked me up. Enemies to lovers. Oh, Kylan's photoshopping an image for us. I'm very excited.
I'm so excited.
Maybe something about sisterhood. Sisterhood?
Oh yeah.
What about werewolves and vampires? Exactly. Oh gosh. I once had a dream that Layla and Tobias went to space. Amazing. Oh, I mean, Tobias did call her vinegar. Yeah, I consider it more like it was my definition of enemies to lovers based on how I like to see it, which is just don't like each other to lovers.
Yeah.
But that's not what most people consider. John, I thought you were joking, and I think now that you're serious. John,
No, we're talking about tropes for her series.
Come on, guys, you're killing me. But yeah, I dislike to lovers. That's my preference. But yeah.
I also feel like your book is one of I've read other ones, but your book comes to mind first when I think of like the misunderstanding trope done correctly. Because so many people do the misunderstanding trope so stupidly.
Yeah.
Like unrealistically, like annoyingly. And then that one totally like super every single time there's a misunderstanding, it makes complete sense. Like I'd be like, yeah, I would think that too.
Well, there's only one misunderstanding in the Savior's Champion, and they resolve it in the next chapter. But some people consider the miscommunication trope to be the fact that Layla lied to him, and I'm like,
No.
And I'm always like, that's not a miscommunication. That's just a lie. Those are different things. But the miscommunication trope, there's only one in the Savior that I can remember.
That's the one I was thinking of
And
like when they first meet.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of that one.
Oh, okay, because I was like, get that. Well, of course, there's the other miscommunication tropes or trope that you're thinking of, but the one I was thinking of is like, especially when how they start off like dislike to lovers. It's like she's going in being like, wow, these men are all very awful, especially when you see it from her perspective.
Right.
We're like, they're like disgusting, and then like
I was thinking about how she was jealous of him going on a date with Cosima.
Oh. No, yeah. No, I was thinking whenever I was thinking of I do like how you did that one too. I just mean when it comes to dislike to lovers, felt like they disliked each other because of the circumstances and then like a little bit of a misunderstanding. He's like, "What the fuck? That was my best friend." And she's like, "Oh, shit." Like I liked how you made it dislike to lovers, and I like how you didn't make it a dark romance.
Right. Sorry, I just saw something on Cyborg Central. Sorry, I just had to explain something in Cyborg Central in publishing.
Oh, I did it. I was trying to figure out where. You would definitely know about this because you just...
Sorry.
No, that's okay. No, you definitely know because you just did this for your books.
Sorry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, guys, keep coming up with tropes, you bastards, because we're doing a good job. Now I have too many. Let's see. You bastards. I say that with love. Do you have any advice for knowing when it's time to scrap a story versus outside factors impacting your enjoyment? Yes, I have a video on this. Hold on, let me pull it up, and I will link you to it. YouTube. Should I quit writing?
That's a good one. That helped me because there are certain ones where I've needed to scrap, and there are certain ones where I definitely need to push through. So
here you go, princess. It's in the comments.
At first I was like, why are you calling them princess? But it's their username. I thought you were doing like a Discord mod thing. Like, here you go, princess.
Oh, no.
You. No. Jenna sending us back into the trope labeling sweatshops.
Oh, let me see that. Just kidding, I would never. But still, maybe I would. You need to do a step-by-step video on how to get traditionally published. I already made that video.
Also, wait until you see her most recent Wednesday video, and it tells you how to upload it, and it's so good and
That's
thorough.
Self-published though.
Oh my gosh, sorry. I was so excited about that I saw what I wanted to see. I like that video so much that I was like, UGA community, I'm not even reading your questions correctly. Sorry.
Screw your question. Okay,
no,
so
she did do a recent one too. That one was
yeah,
recent as
here
well.
you go. Watch the video. Go watch it. I linked it in the comments.
TM is here. Oh, sorry, I cracked a lot.
If you self-publish a book long ago, then write a new book that's completely unrelated. If I want to pitch my new book to a literary agent, do I mention the old one in the query letter? You would only mention the old one if it's like super successful. Mm-hmm. And you can be like, look, I've got evidence that I've published before and I'm a big deal.
Yeah.
So you mention the old book if that book sold really well, mm-hmm. over 10,000 copies. And you're like, hey, I'm established. But if not, there's no use in mentioning it. The trope sweatshops. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm getting caught up. What is your favorite screenplay you've ever read? I don't read screenplays, so I don't think I've ever read one, except for like if a friend was writing one and wanted me to beta or critique it.
I feel like the last time I read a screenplay was in like middle school. Not saying it's juvenile. That's just like the last time I read one. And we were supposed to be doing it for like some sort of project or something. So that's the last time I did.
Jenna mentioned in a video either alien women or a woman created in a lab saying, "What is love? What is sex? Would you show me what they are like?" Not sure what you call that one. It's called Born Sexy Yesterday.
Mm-hmm. It's like the robot or the alien or the
Mm-hmm.
whatever. You have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Born Sexy Yesterday.
I hate that trope so much.
No, you just don't mention it. They're gonna, it's, okay, I think what you're confusing is, like, for example, if you're writing a resume for a job, they want your job experience.
Mm-hmm.
This is not like a resume.
Mm-hmm.
They only want to know about your books in the past if they did well. If you wrote a book and it didn't do well, it's not going to affect their decision to pick you. It's not like you're omitting important information.
It's not like you got fired for some crazy reason and then you need to disclose that. It's not like that at all.
It's not like that. It's irrelevant to them.
Mm-hmm. It's because you are marketing this book.
Yeah.
And the only thing that would help you market this book, whatever the current manuscript is, would be if you add the extra boost of, also, I'm very good at marketing myself because these books did really well. That would be it's a bonus,
it's not considered lying. They're going to find out about the book when they do their due diligence and research you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to be like, how dare you didn't tell me. That's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
The query letter is to give them an idea of what you're bringing to the table, and it's not considered lying for you to not mention it. If anything, that if you were to mention it, they would probably be like, why the fuck are you telling me about this? So yeah, it's fine. You don't have to mention it. If monster truck fucking a trope that you could use in your books, what are you talking about, Steph? What is going on here, guys? Why are you just throwing out random tropes?
Someone started the domino effect of straying so far from the plot.
I think it was Sarah with her enemies to lovers, and then now everyone is just throwing out random tropes.
Just naming tropes.
How do you pronounce that, GK? The CTHULHU? I never know how to pronounce
Cthulhu?
that. Cthulhu. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Cthulhu. Okay, now I can say the joke. Dang, I can't wait for when The Savior's War comes out and Layla leaves Tobias for Cthulhu. I've been pronouncing it Chulu this whole time. I've been like, Chulu? I knew that was wrong.
It's because your brain skipped over the T, that's why. But yeah, it's Cthulhu, and it's, first of all, it's made up anyway, so you can say it however the fuck you want. But
I knew it was wrong, I just didn't know what was right.
Well, so that's why one time Babo really wanted this, like, it looks like a cat, but it has like a squid mouth, and or tentacled mouth, and on the little tag it was called Cat Thulu, and because it kind of like Cthulhu versus Cat Thulu is like kind of the and that's how I knew for certain how to say it, because I was like, oh, like I get the joke now. So
yeah. But yeah, sorry, I haven't read if you haven't read the series, guys, don't come up with tropes because you won't know.
Sit this one out. And it's okay.
Fred has been dropped and now I'm lost and need an adult. How do I feel? Like, I'm just like, can you guys tell me what tropes are in my books? And people are like, I haven't read the book, but here's a trope that came out of my ass. Like, what is happening? This is why the world is in the state that it's in. This is what is going on? What is the typing? I'm excited.
That's how I interpreted what you said. That's how I interpreted what you said.
It's true, though. It's true. Kind of.
Why? It all started here. Oh my god. Oh.
I think there might be some contributing factors. Yeah, it started with enemies to lovers, and then people were joking, which was funny, and no one got that the jokes were happening. We have descended into chaos. Yes.
I think also what people are doing right now is something called free association, and it's horrible.
Jenna reads like a middle school teacher about to crash out. That honestly, that is what being a YouTuber is.
Because you're like, well, and that's like it's
Did any of you read this? That's what being. That's the whole reason that I created the "But Jenna" line is because I got so many fucking dumbass comments, and I recently scripted a trope video. And it's really sad that I had to, like, the fact that my trope videos now come with disclaimers because people are so fucking dumb. Okay,
Mhm,
listen, I'm gonna read you the disclaimers in my upcoming trope video.
mhm.
And for those who are not familiar, my trope videos are where I talk about my least favorite tropes, okay? So these are the
I love
disclaimers.
those videos, by the
Yes.
way. They're like one of my favorites.
I said because people on the internet are soft as hell, we start with a few disclaimers. Number one, this is just my opinion. It's not law. If you like these tropes, good for you. I don't give a shit. Number two, this is not advice. I'm not telling you not to write these
That's
tropes.
the one that I think gets misinterpreted the most of like, oh,
And
I
it's like,
shouldn't like
you would not believe how many people get in my DMs. Well, I write this trope. I don't give a shit. But anyway, I said, this is not advice. I'm not telling you not to write these tropes, nor do I assume you're a bad person for enjoying them. They're
mhm,
just tropes, but I may assume you're a stupid person if you take this list seriously.
mhm,
And then I said, and number three, I am a forever evolving human being, which means I am allowed to change my mind. I hate these
mhm,
tropes today, but I may love them tomorrow. Who's to say? I also may love some books that feature these tropes because maybe I really like how the author wrote them. Writing
mhm.
is complex, and so is the human mind.
Oh my
Like
god.
the fact that I have to do this, that this is part of the reason why, like I've told people, I'm very disenchanted with the whole YouTube thing. It's
Yeah.
because I have to deal with stupidity like so often. It's not saying that you guys are dumb. You guys know. Please tell me you understand
No,
where the.
also like the other thing that's really tough is that sometimes the loudest people feel like a majority because they're so loud. Like
Yes.
also, oh,
Yeah.
I
But
didn't mean.
anywho, so yeah, that's why I'm like, I really don't enjoy YouTube anymore. It's just because it's like I'm dealing with a lot of the loudest people. How
Mhm.
about fish out of water for TSA? It would be more of a TSC trope than a. Well, I guess it does count as TSA as well, but we're done with TSA. We don't need any more TSA. But it counts for TSA.
I think it's better for, well, actually no, because then I was thinking about it from Layla's perspective. Well, all of them really, but no.
Go to Cyborg Central.
What is happening? Wait, no, it's not loading. That's why. Wait.
Everyone who's in Cyber Central needs to go right now. Honestly, that's a cute lighter. Like, this is cute. I wish I could make this
Oh,
my like profile picture or something.
you can. You
I know
should.
I shouldn't because
No, then the branding would be off. But
yeah,
put it as your story or something if Kylan lets you.
yeah, Kylie, could I make it my Instagram
They
story?
should put their little like watermark on it or something.
Steal it from
Yes, new
Lou.
stickers. See, we can
Oh, okay, hold
get a
on. I can do
sticker.
that. Okay, server settings. Da, da, da.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay, guys. It's fine. Okay, I have to delete a sticker. Which one do we not use?
Wait. I have a suggestion. Um is that one is that one you can delete?
Oh no, that's not a sticker.
Oh.
That's an
Hmm.
emoji.
Hmm. Hmm.
I can get rid of the white background. Yes. Thank you. Oh my god.
Give me
I
that.
don't have tears. It's fine. Okay, server settings. Uh
It's okay. Someone was
it,
saying to me,
oh, it won't let me because I don't have the nitro boost. I can't add it.
oh, that's okay. My lighter butters moment today was that I was getting zoned out and someone's like brought up something and I heard veteran, and I've worked with lots of veterans before, so I was like, what? And they were like you're a veteran. I was like, I'm not. And they're like, no, you are. I was like, I'm not a veteran. And they're like, no, of like the field, like you've been working the field. I was like, I haven't been a field medic. And they're like, what's happening? And I was like, oh yeah. I've been a therapist for 7 years. And they're like, it was so funny because they're like, the whole time I thought she's finding it. And I was like, I did. I found it eventually.
Oh, it just takes a while. I send it with no background so I can make it a sticker. Oh, that was great. I mean, I could do the no background for you if that's easier.
I only know how to do the no background in Canva. That's a really cute lighter.
Yeah.
That was good. That was a good one. Her eyeballs are so cute.
Right. Those are like buttons or something.
Amazing.
Yay!
That is
Okay.
so cute.
All right, guys. Hold on. Oh, that was.
I don't think I know how to add stickers very well.
It's just server settings and then stickers.
Okay.
Choose a file. You bitch. Hold on. Download. There we go. To desktop. Bitch. Okay.
Just
her little tongue. This is something about this is a little unhinged. But it's funny. That's good. Okay, choose a file. There we go. Butters lighter. Okay, and we need a related emoji. Lighter. There's no lighter emoji?
I put a candle under it. It's just for fun.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that works. Okay. All right.
I'm surprised there's not a lighter emoji.
Okay, let's see. Where is it? Cyborg Central. There we go. Ha ha, guys.
The cackle is so good.
Butters has no idea how famous she is. Look at that. That looks great.
I'm trying to. Oh, I see it now. Yes.
Oh my goodness. And now it's just a row of Butters lighters.
I feel like we're kind of doing like the "We Are the Champions"
with our no. Poor Butters. Butters, come here. Show everyone how cute you are. Now I want ice cream because of HB Lee. Hope everyone is well. Want to stop by and say hi. Hello. Hola, D. Very productive stream today. Iona's not a veteran. Tobias fucked the Minotaur.
We are doing so well. But also, you have a lot of tropes to choose from. Some related, some unrelated, that you could just pop on that post.
We are in a cult. I think I still need one for TSC. I'm trying to think of the ones that are most like make people want to buy the book, you know?
Yeah. I think the
something we can put here. Every time I read that, I just think of a penis.
Honestly, I think if I would have like I would have read it that way too.
Yeah, that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Okay. Something longish we can put here. Well, it is longish. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. We should probably. Jenna, is that you? I don't get it. Wait, what did I do?
I don't know. I just laughed for some reason. Because I think Thomas is really funny.
But I know it's a good joke because Thomas is always funny, but I don't know what it was in reference to.
I totally just a good faith laughed. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. And you're like, what's that about? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just really funny.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Oh, that reminds me. I ordered Nerds clusters. When are they going to be?
You're like, please, I need this. I
ordered. Oh, they're here.
Oh, good. Oh, I ordered this is. Oh, hi. I'm gonna copy you, and I'm gonna check my mailbox to see if something I got came in.
Oh, Jenna, is that you? I get it now. I get it now. I before I carcione. Yes, exactly. Okay, so it's a quote from his favorite video when Cliff is pretending to be my math teacher. Is there any chance the new Saviors hardbacks are going to be in the store for pre-signing? That was my hope, but I
Mhm.
am very doubtful at this point because Ingram Spark is taking its sweet ass time and
I've
hasn't.
heard that from a couple people, and I feel like it's like, okay, I know Ingram Spark has a bit of like an annoying reputation, like that can get like they can be behind. But I've heard recently that it's like for the past like 2-ish months that it's been like kind of backed up or something, and I don't
I
know why.
Basically, they're not letting me publish the hardback under the original ISBN because they're saying that ISBN is in use, but it's not in use because I unpublished all the hardbacks. So I'm
Oh,
asking them to let me use the ISBN, and it's taking me so long that I'm wondering if I should just give the hardbacks a new ISBN, but I
and I
don't know.
want you to keep the I want you to keep the no, that won't affect your reviews, will it? No, that could affect your reviews, right? Like,
I don't know.
mhm.
Only for the hardbacks, I imagine it would affect the reviews, but it would make it so that I have to upload new files for like everything. It would just be a pain in the ass, and I
Mhm.
thought I'd keep it easy by just having one ISBN for the hardbacks, but I'm giving it like a few more days and then I might just
Get the new ISBN. I
yeah.
don't want it to affect like the review, like, because
It,
if you upload it through KDP, will that? Well, no, I guess that would be something
I
different.
wouldn't be uploading it through KDP.
No, it wouldn't. No, you're right. Because no, it wouldn't. You're right. I don't know. I
Yeah,
think I'm
so
just going to worst case scenario. I think I'm just like
the thing is most people don't review the hardbacks, they review um the ebook.
ebook and yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, I just at this point I might just do a new ISBN. I don't know
Yeah.
what to do.
Yeah.
But yeah. Her Royal Highness has arrived on stream. Okay guys, let's finally do a fucking sprint. So I can get my nerd clusters. And also, this sprint, the house cleaners are coming tomorrow, so I've got to tidy the house and do the dishes. I probably won't do the dishes for the sprint, but I'm gonna tidy the house for the sprint. What are you gonna do?
I I when I wasn't feeling mentally well a couple months ago, I signed up for a sticker like subscription. I almost called
Oh,
it a prescription.
that too.
Subscription, and it should be in there. So I'm gonna see if you're gonna check for nerd clusters, and I'm gonna see if my
Your
stickers
stickers.
came in the mail.
We love stickers. Okay,
Yes.
I need to stop doing this because it makes me think of Kim.
No!
Because he always does this, and now I can't see him doing this without thinking of
I
Bill,
know, I know, I know.
Bill,
I know, I
Bill
know.
Clinton.
No, no, no. No.
Oh my goodness. Anywho,
Oh god.
amazing. All right, guys. Okay, we're going to be doing a sprint. Work on your work in progress, kiddos. And I'm going to tidy the house. I'm setting the timer for 20 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Uh-oh.
All right, folks, how did everyone do? I finished tidying the house except for Cliff's side of the room because that is his territory, and he's tidying that right now.
I'm getting fun. Sorry.
Huh? Oh. And if you guys checked in during the sprint, you will see that Butters was up close and personal, being all silly. But yeah, so I got the tidying done, and I got my nerd clusters.
Nice. No stickers.
The letter memes.
Letter.
They gave me the wrong ones, but it's a bigger bag than what I asked for, so I'm like...
That's good.
I asked for a 7-ounce bag of the Nerds Juicy clusters, and they gave me an 18-ounce bag of the Nerd regular clusters. So it's more than double what I asked for. It's the wrong thing, but that's fine.
It worked out.
Yes, the letters memes. I love it.
It's so funny because I thought that Kylan found like legit like oh my gosh, like the stuffed animal type of like eyeballs to make her eyes look so cute on that lighter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's her eyeballs. Like I don't like she's just that cute.
They're not her. Are they really her eyeballs?
Those are her eyeballs. She's just that cute.
Oh my god!
If you scroll up to the picture that they used,
I totally thought they were buttons.
Yes, I know. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Like the shiny buttons. No.
That is so funny.
It's so cute. She like can't. Those are her eyes. They're shiny and cute. They look like little boba pearls. They're so cute.
Oh, let's see. Yes, Geeky writes, we did just finish a sprint. This is, I have to be clear that I'm not shading because I am a shady bitch. So when I'm not shading, I have to be clear. I'm very curious to hear what you thought traditional publishing was like. Mm-hmm. Again, not in a shady way, just because there are so many misconceptions about traditional publishing. So I always like to hear what people thought it was, because now that they watched my video, they're like, I don't think I want to go traditional. And I want to hear what you thought it was like originally.
Mm-hmm. For me, back, whenever I finished Ashes and was like trying to decide which route to take, it was when I learned, like, I know this is, they'll respond, but it's when I learned that you didn't have any say in the cover, especially if you're like a new unknown one, and that you have to do all your own marketing. I was like, well,
it was the marketing for me.
Yeah, I was like, I just don't, not that my cover's like perfect. I really like it, but like, not that was the big thing, but I was like, well, then what's for that particular thing? I'm like, then what's the point? And then I started looking into like which, I think the most I felt like, wow, I'm a true author was when I researched, like, there are books that do well in indie and there are books that do well in traditional, and they can both be successful, but they're very like kind of different. And whenever I actually like zoomed out in macro lensed Ashes, I was like, this will do well indie and it wouldn't necessarily do well traditionally. And I thought that was really interesting. And I was like, okay, this is way clear. It like just became much clearer, the path that needed to happen.
Yeah. And I also think a lot of newbies are like, I don't get to pick my cover, because I felt that way when I first started.
And that was me being new too. So
right. Whereas now I care less about that aspect, just because having gone through the traditional experience. Well, I mean, I was heavily involved.
You were, yeah.
But usually the traditional publishers, they'll pick a cover that will sell. So it's like, okay, well, if you're going to pick one that'll sell, I'm all for it. But when you first get started, the cover is like a very exciting thing. And so I think it's a valid reason to want to go self-pub, but just not the only reason you should go. But yeah. I decided to self-pub before I watched Jenna's video, before it was cool. He's not like other girls. I still want to know. Yuga community. But anyhow, nerd cultures are so good.
I like when people like them, but I don't like them because I like squishy things instead of like the hard thing. And that's so funny. I hate that I said that out loud. I'm so upset. but my husband.
Well, they're squishy in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. Because it's like I need the one or the other.
That makes sense.
So it's funny though, because there was a time in pharmacy school where my husband and I went to Sonic, and he's like, you have to try the slushes. And the slush order was crazy. And he's like, can I have a cookie dough Oreo Dream Master Blast with nerds add-in? And like now we just quote that to each other because that's what he liked. But it was like, so sometimes we'll just be talking about something and I'm like, oh yeah, and it'll be like this long list, and I was like, with a nerds add-in, and like just to like add to it, kind of like you and fries with that. Yeah,
I have sugar-free butterscotch. So does Cliff.
Nice.
He has sugar-free butterscotch somewhere.
Babo tried butterscotch for the first time ever on Friday because she got her haircut whenever I got my haircut, and she got rewarded with a lollipop, and it was a very interesting one. It had green apple in the middle and butterscotch on. I thought it would be caramel, like a caramel apple, but it was butterscotch on the outside. So I was like, oh, and she loved it. So I like that Cliff likes old man candies too.
The only difference between them is that butterscotch is with brown sugar and caramel is with white sugar.
Interesting.
So they're very similar.
It tastes different to me, but
I just looked it up because I was curious.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they're like, oh, we can interchange them. That's so interesting.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to send you a funny video on Instagram. Sorry, I love these. I've seen them before, but I didn't know that he keeps doing them.
I can't wait.
Oh, okay. I just sent it to you. This is great. What a hero. Those are some big shits.
Oh my god. Also, 1 second. It's not loading. I'm exiting out and coming back.
Hold on, I need to hear the sound with it, apparently. That's a lot of food.
I feel bad about this one. We got a couple weeks worth of plops.
Rain-soaked,
super mushy. Martha! I'm getting sued. Oh my god.
That was great.
No. Oh no. Oh, he's the guy who throws it against the cars.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that they have their Christmas lights on. This gives me life. Do it. Oh. Oh no. Oh my gosh, I love that he gets on his little stupid unicycle thing.
The skateboard?
Skateboard. It has the one big wheel though.
Oh.
Have you ever seen those skateboards where it's like one thick wheel and then
I'm a lady. I love to fart. I love to poop. Okay. The possible lack of say on the cover is a part of it, but it's my first book, and the more I look at self-publishing, the less complicated it seems to be. Now, I'm not trying to encourage you to go trad.
Mhm.
That is because I went self-pub and it worked out for me. Okay,
Mhm,
I'm
mhm,
not
mhm.
encouraging you to go trad. I am just saying that self-pub is more complicated
Because you're in
than
charge of every single step. And
the
and mhm,
actual publication process, like actually putting it online. That's easy. And I
mhm.
actually just released a video that shows that that is extremely simple. And everyone thinks that's going to be the hard part. That part is not hard. It's scary when
Mhm,
you're first starting. It's scary because you're like, I don't
mhm,
want to fuck this up. But
mhm.
that part is not hard. But there are Jenna proving that burps can be just as funny as farts. Well, I do what I can. But that part is not hard, but everything involved in self-publishing is extremely complicated. So if you're thinking, oh, it's going to be easier, then I think you're wrong. I'm just telling you that up front, not because I'm telling you to go trad, because obviously I think self-publishing is
No,
great.
just have the correct like
Yes.
realistic like expectations.
I just posted a video of how to actually publish a book to Amazon. So it's
Mhm.
in the comments. Go watch that so you can see how to self publish a book to Amazon. And you can see that that process is pretty easy. But it's complicated because, first of all, you have to get your book edited and you want to make sure you do developmental edits, copy edits, and proofread at a minimum. Then you have to proofread the book over and over and over. Then you have to format the book and you have to use a formatting platform like Vellum or Atticus if you want it to be an easy process. Then
Mhm.
you have to proofread the formatted version over and over and over. Then you have to submit it to the Library of Congress so you can get a Library of Congress number. Then you have to get it copyrighted so you can own legally the right to your work.
Mhm.
Then you have to publish it to all these platforms. You have to get the proofs to make sure the proofs are okay. You have to research the SEO to make sure that you have the right keywords, and you have to have it in the right categories and things like that. You have to check out which publishing platforms you want to use because each ones have different deliveries. Making fun of me, but in a sweet way. Each one has different royalty issues, and each one it's complicated. Slow down. I'm taking notes. Check out my publishing
Playlist.
playlist
Mhm, mhm.
because I have so many videos on this topic. No one ever watches my publishing videos, and then they're like, I don't know how to publish. And it's like, I've only been making these videos for years. So yeah. All that said, it's really complicated. And if you're like, oh, it doesn't seem complicated, you are wrong. That's not my way of saying don't go indie because, like I
Mhm.
said, it worked for me. But it's complicated.
Mhm.
So yeah. And if you do the whole thing and you're like, that wasn't complicated, you did it wrong. And I'm
Mhm.
saying this as someone who the first time I published a book, I did it wrong. So
Well, you're
thank
doing
you
it by
so
yourself.
much.
Now we all have a Jenna we can benefit from.
Yeah. And people are still mean to me, and then now I don't want to do it anymore. Now I don't want to do YouTube anymore.
I
So
don't blame you.
you had your chance, you blew it. Complicated and tedious. Exactly. I mean, look at me, all the issues I'm having with a stupid hardback ISBN. Oh yeah, I forgot. You have to buy ISBNs. That's a whole other thing.
Yep,
And
and don't
ISBNs,
just go with, that was something that I almost made, like, the mistake of, is just I was like, "Oh, well, I can just use Amazon's ISBNs," but it's good to have your own in case if you ever overcome my phobia of publishing on other places for some reason. I don't know what the hell's going on. But,
yeah.
yeah, then
But
I
the thing,
have them, you know?
yeah, but yeah, if you have a physical book, you need an ISBN, and if you plan to have your book available beyond Amazon, you need an ISBN, and if you want your books in libraries, you need an ISBN. But yeah, at this point though, I don't know if you'd be able to publish Ashes at other places in terms of the physical book
Mhm.
because I don't know if you ever got the template for the cover for Ingram Spark. It's not the same cover template.
No, because they did a weird thing. They did, like, Demonza did that weird thing where they're like, is that what you're talking about? Like, they kind of, I have it, but I don't
No, when you ask for a paperback,
know.
you're supposed to provide a template to them. And Amazon has a template and Ingram Spark. They each have their own template. So if you never published the physical book for Ingram Spark, you never got a template.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
So in the future.
I never did it. In the future, I will. Maybe my cozy fantasy, or no. What's happening? My cozy paranormal mystery will be the light little teeny tinies that'll get me through. Like maybe they can be my guinea pigs for.
It's not hard.
I know that part is not hard. I think it's like I legit think it's a phobia. Like I legit think it's turned into like a what's the thing when OCD gets like bad? The like not an avoidance, but like
Trigger?
no. It's like an overgeneralization is one of the things where my brain has told me if I publish there, then something bad will happen. It doesn't make any sense. I will overcome this hurdle.
ERP.
Yes, I told my therapist about it, and she's like, "Oh, I know some I have some people I can recommend." So it's like, okay,
do those smell
add
good?
it to the list. Because now I'm making a salaried income like a normal person.
I mean, now that I know what ERP is, you could probably do it on your own, but it's literally just sitting with the feeling and feeling like shit and letting yourself feel like shit.
Oh my God. I'm sick of feeling like shit. It is. Anytime I've told clients that I work with, whenever I've like, because I can do a lot of not ERP, but like OCD work with them, but like not specialized, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't say that I'm specialized in it because I'm technically not, but I do know a lot about it. But when it comes to my own self, nope. All of that goes out the window. But I'm like, yeah, you have to be like a little bit masochistic with it. Like you kind of have to like sit and feel shitty. And
yeah, but the masochistic means you like it. And so.
Oh.
You know,
well, I like feeling healthy later.
Yeah.
Long game it.
So when you publish an ebook, technically ebooks need ISBNs. The only time your ebook wouldn't need an ISBN is if you're only publishing that ebook to Amazon, and if you don't want your ebook in libraries. So libraries track ebooks through ISBNs. So no matter what, even if you're publishing the ebook first, you'd still want to have an ISBN for it. But if you decided, like if you published an ebook just to Amazon and it wasn't in libraries or any of that, and then you decided to assign an ISBN later, you technically could do that, but it would still never be allowed in libraries because you got to get the Library of Congress number before the book is published. Librarians could technically like order the book anyway, but it wouldn't be in the system. Like it wouldn't be as easy of a process.
Also, from what I understand about libraries, which is not like a super amount, but only because I was like researching the behind the scenes stuff for the whole like Sycamore Grove stuff, was that libraries work mostly off of grants and things like that. And sometimes there are like stipulations of like you can't get XYZ book unless it goes through these particular selections and it has these particular things like an ISBN and stuff like that in like a certain way.
Yeah, like I didn't know about the Library of Congress number for the Savior's Champion, so I have a harder time getting that one in libraries versus the Savior's Sister, which goes into libraries no problem. So whatever. I need more tips on marketing and building your author brand before you publish. I've seen the course on Skillshare, but I can't afford the subscription to watch it again. So building the author brand is really easy to explain. It's just hard to
enact. Yeah.
And that building the author brand is just, you need good aesthetics, like it needs to be colorful and eye-catching, and you need to produce content that engages people so that they want to come to your platform. So it can't just be about you. You've got to be offering something. And
providing a service. Providing a service.
Yes, you have to provide a service. See, he knows. And a lot of people hear that and think, oh, I've got to give writing advice, or I've got to providing a service is not that complicated. A great example of this is Tara. I think her username is Tara Weinwrights. Let me double check. Tara Wine Queen writes, okay, she has 205,000 Instagram followers. Her entire profile is memes. They're all writing and media memes. So they're all about books. They're all about movies. They're all about writing. That is the service she provides, is she just posts really funny memes. And she has 1 million followers because of it.
So that service would be entertainment.
Yes. You hear Cliff, that service is entertainment.
Mhm.
My service was writing advice,
Mhm.
which I wouldn't recommend unless you're like a writing pro in some way.
Mhm.
Then there are platforms like if you look at Helen Shoira on Instagram, every post she ever posts is about her books. That's because her books are fucking huge.
Mhm.
And so she
That
can
is
post,
that is her service.
yeah, so she can post about her books. So once your books become big, then you can post exclusively about them. Even someone like me, I post about my books, I would say twice to 3 times a week on Instagram, but I post other things too. I mix it up. My books are not as big as hers, but they're big enough that I can support myself with them. So just stuff like that. You're providing a service to get people to want to follow you. You want to provide a service that is somehow relevant to your target audience. So, for example, if you write fantasy, sharing fantasy memes, sharing fantasy reviews. For example, my assistant, she had a podcast all about Game of Thrones, and she would break down Game of Thrones. And her book is a grim, dark fantasy, just like Game of Thrones. So her service appeals to her target audience because if you like Game of Thrones, you would probably like her book. I give writing advice. So my service is writing advice as well as tropes, like romance tropes, because I write romance, and fantasy tropes, because I write romantasy, that sort of thing. And I share, writerly memes because I give writing advice. You think about a service that would appeal to your audience and you promote that. And then once they say you need at least 1,000 followers. I don't mean on social media. I just mean 1,000, like, you need 1,000 hardcore followers. So like if you have 1,000 followers on social media, only like 10% of them are going to be hardcore, So I would aim for more than 1,000 followers on social media, but at a minimum that. But once you have about 1,000 fans, I guess that's the right word. Once you have 1,000 fans, that's when it's much easier to start pitching your product.
That totally makes sense because that's what they'll say about like whenever you have a newsletter, when you have 1,000 people on your newsletter, that's whenever your business picks up.
Yes.
So.
And that's a great way to look at it because I've got 30,000 followers on Instagram. Okay. Not all of those people are hardcore followers. And you can tell because most of my posts get like 300 likes, on the flip side, I only have about 3,000 newsletter subscribers.
That's a lot.
Typically, if someone subscribes to your newsletter, they're a hardcore fan because they're asking for emails from you. If they follow you on social media, they could just be a lurker. So once you have 1,000 newsletter subscribers, you know that you have like a fan base. And that's usually, they say that it takes 1,000 fans to support a business. You can obviously still release a book without 1,000 fans, but usually the time where people are like, I'm now like making a profit and continuing to make a profit off of my business, that's when they have 1,000 fans. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so it's really easy to articulate, in my opinion, provide a service to get your target audience involved. The problem is execution. Not a lot of people are good at this. Not a lot of people get it. And a lot of people, another thing, I really want to give someone as an example, but it's so mean. Like there's someone who they understood that they needed to provide a service and they honed in on what would be a great service for their audience, but they don't understand aesthetics. So everything they posted was ugly and kind of gross. And
no, I'm pretty certain. Oh,
who do you think I was talking about?
Oh my gosh. I don't remember the name. I'm not going to sound it out, but like.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's a 6-figure author.
What? Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's a personal.
But anywho,
I'm having.
So like her aesthetics were bad, and so
no
one was following her because the posts were not appealing to look at and not appealing to watch. And then there are some people who are really great with aesthetics, but they're not providing a service. So like I know another person with the same name, you know, who I'm going to be talking about, who all they post are ads for their book, and they're aesthetic and pretty, but no one knows who the fuck they are, so no one's interested. So
that's where I'm feeling like a little not stuck, because of course, like I love Carson and stuff, but I think that's why whenever I get into like doing the most of my stuff isn't about writing. Most of my stuff is about like spiritual stuff, and so I'm trying to get more into talking about writing again, because I used to do it more.
Well, if you ever want opinions or feedback or advice, let me know.
Thank you.
Can't remember her name, but there's an author who does skits of an author in record with the MC. Is that the assistant to the villain lady? I can't remember.
Maybe. My library keeps suggesting that book to me.
I heard it's bad, but I don't know. I don't know why or anything. So
yeah.
I love the gal that does Book Goblins skits. Yeah, there's lots of cute skits. That one. There's one author who does these skits. I didn't even know she was an author. I thought she was just a content creator because she's so good at the skits. And not to be mean, but a lot of authors suck at making good content. So I was like, oh, she must be an actress or something. She does skits where she's like the female main character in a romantasy, and she provides like realistic reactions to all these things that in books are never realistic. So it's like her going like, oh, you want to whisk me away to this castle and put me in pretty dresses and I never have to work again?
Her. Yes. I didn't know she was an author either.
No, she's Australian.
Yes.
Yeah, she's an author.
Wow.
An infantilized main character. Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, I enjoyed Apprentice to the Villain, but it's not the most well written. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, so she's childlike. Okay. Well, maybe no, never mind. I was gonna say I knew a writer who had a problem with making her characters very infantilized. Her both the female and male characters are very infantilized. And I was gonna be like, well, she's infantilized too, but she wasn't. So she made them infantilized because she was trying to like base it off of K-dramas, and in K-dramas, a lot of the women are very like, ooh, you know, and so I think she was trying to do that. But then the guy was infantilized because she's attracted to like the author herself is like really attracted to doormats. And I'm someone like I like a nice guy, not a nice guy, but like a genuinely nice guy. But there's a difference between that and a doormat. Like the main hero in her book had to be told by someone else that he was in love. If that was my guy and someone had to tell Cliff, you know, you love her, right? And he's like, it'd be over.
That reminds me of the I've watched it kind of a lot where the guy is like, so-and-so and I almost broke up last night. And he does the skit with himself and he has like wing sauce on his face. He's like, so-and-so and I just broke up or almost broke up.
Is that the one where he's like, I feel sad? And
he's like, I think what you're feeling is sad. And he's like, I've never said, I just 2 weeks ago realized I feel sad. And he's like, oh God. He's like, you're 25, right? And he's like, 27. He's like,
None. Why are you looking at me like that?
What you talking trash about me?
I'm not talking. I wasn't talking about you.
The opposite.
You get to break and grab me stuff.
Okay, what do you need?
Downstairs, some stuff to drink.
Some stuff to drink? What would you like?
A couple Sprites and thing.
Okay. Oh, hi, yo. Come
Another
say hi.
Sprint?
Yes, come say.
But don't pull it over here.
Okay, come say hi. Okay, Cliff is covering his face, so look at her. Hi, I'm a baby. Okay. Look at these feet, Butters. Everyone was worried about your foot because you bit it. No, you don't care? Okay. I personally, I've only ever rated a book I DNF'd once, and that was because the book was just genuinely, like, objectively bad. I, in general, don't usually rate DNFs because it doesn't feel fair to give a rating to a product I never finished using. Because that's you didn't finish it, so it doesn't really feel fair. The only time I do it is if what I read was objectively bad and it was a big chunk. Like I had read 50% of the book, I read half the book, and it was objectively like had issues. Not just it wasn't for me. If it's not for me, then it's not for me. And that doesn't mean the book's bad. The ratings that I give to books online are usually from an objective place as opposed to a subjective place, especially because I'm very picky. So if I were to give it a subjective rating to anything, most books would be getting 2 stars because I will find something wrong with everything, even if there's nothing wrong with it. So, like, for example, the book that I most recently read is filled with LARPing, which I cannot stand and I find like super obnoxious. But I understand that I'm not the target audience for that. Although I will say that it did not fit the genre in any way. So it is kind of an objective problem because it didn't fit the genre at all, but not to the degree that I disliked it. So like for a normal person, that would just remove 1 star. For me, that would remove like 4 stars. So I would only rate the book based off of the objective problems. The objective problems still made it a 2-star book because it was filled with errors. It was filled with punctuation mistakes. It was a bad book. But that's how I rate books, is I try to come from a more objective place. So if I DNF the book, I am only going to still rate it if I read a big enough chunk that I could say it was objectively bad. But most of the time I do not rate books that I DNF, especially because I usually DNF books within the first 20% of the book, and that's just not enough to feel like a valid critique. That said, I don't actually post ratings of books online because I'm an author, and it's not a good look for authors to do that. But old school writing.
I, even before I was an author, had a really hard time rating books in general because I would have vastly different feelings about it at different times. I don't know why. And then now, of course, now I just don't publicly put it out there unless it's like 5 stars. But it's just like kind of the thing that I do that's kind of bad is that I will get to a point in a book, and I usually, when I'm going to DNF something, I usually get to like the 50% mark. But then sometimes what I'll do is I'll look up someone's like deep analysis of it, or I'll look up like a chapter by chapter summary of it just so that I know, and I'll mark it as read. So that's where I like have cheated once, twice, or thrice before in years past. Like for instance, the what was the ice skater one?
Icebreaker or whatever.
Yes, I couldn't, like, after they were like fingering each other in the car with all of their friends in it and no one noticed. I was like, this is not consensual. And also like it was just I was so upset that I watched like an in-depth review like that someone did on YouTube, and then I also looked at and I was like, I'm gonna mark this as read. I'm not reading this anymore. But there's this weird like I have to finish it feeling like a completionist thing, and that kind of makes it so I don't force myself to. But that's the bad thing I do.
Ice skater.
Ice skater.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do a sprint so that I can get Cliff a beverage. Did you watch Haley's video?
Yeah, she's like the fart.
Yeah,
like the fart.
Yeah.
Fart.
It's funny. Did you see Butter's picture?
Yeah, with her tongue all crazy.
Yeah, she's just a baby. All right, guys.
She just did it again.
Oh, you just did it again. You little floofy foo. Okay, guys, we're gonna. What did I come back to? I don't even feel like what we were talking about was.
I think they were talking about the ice
fingering?
skater thing.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do a sprint. Everyone, get ready to go. We will be muted. 3. Butter's got all perked up. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, folks, how did everyone do? You might want to mute that clip. Cliff is listening to stuff that has lots of swears, and I don't want to get. Well, we're already swearing a lot. We already swore a bunch and pissed off poor little Josh. How did everyone do? I'll go first. I did the dishes. I brought Cliff his beverages. I brought all the laundry out so he can fold it. And I updated my YouTube channel, and I did some accounting. Yay! How about you?
I did a bunch of oh my gosh, orientation like test things.
Cool.
And I got so mad because some of the things are super, super easy. It's like, what do you do around an MRI machine? It's like make sure you're cleared to go in, keep your keys in your pocket. Like it's like stupid. And then other ones are so hard that don't make any sense. And I'm like, why did they do this? And then others I made dumb mistakes like a surgical team. I'm like, why do I shouldn't even have to, but whatever, it's fine. Like a surgical team is operating, they want to make sure they're operating on the right site. And I was like, oh, well, that's happened to me. You just mark it with an X. But I didn't see that as an option. Like you mark the site. I saw that they said you make the site. And I was like, I don't even know what that means. Like that means they're in surgery. So I clicked it. It turns out it did say mark the site. And I'm like, what's happening? Just read the words on the page. Like you can do this. But luckily you can just like retake the tests until you like know the information. But I don't want to retake the test. I want to be done.
Right. Hello. Someone wants to play.
What a cutie.
Someone wants to play. Yes, you do. Let's see. We got 6 paragraphs of your short story. Fantastic.
Nice.
236. Still editing. 367. 93. 163. Looks like some very, very productive people here. Let's see. I don't know what's going on in I don't know what's going on in Cyborg Central now. I know, Butters.
I'm missing it.
She's just waiting with her ball like, hello. I know. We already played earlier. It's never enough, huh? I got glaucoma. Cliff, do you have glaucoma?
I love when Cliff said that.
He goes, every day of my life. Can I cover you in laundry and show everyone?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah. All right. This is the laundry pile. There's Cliff's hair. That's the laundry pile that he has to fold. And it goes on and on and on. but he's buried. Butters loves laundry. I got food and they got my order wrong. Don't you just hate that? They got my nerds clusters wrong, but I still like what I got, so it's okay.
Because you got double.
I got double what I ordered, so it's fine.
Double.
Right. Jubal. Broken Jubal in the morning. What's the worst chore ever and why is it laundry? I disagree.
I like laundry because I can do things in between. I also say this. My husband does the laundry most of the time, so I shouldn't be talking about it. I was like, I love laundry. I don't know why. And it's like he does it.
I do the laundry and Cliff folds the laundry.
That's nice.
Because folding is something you can do while sitting.
Yes.
So he folds laundry, and I hate folding, but he doesn't mind folding as much as I hate folding. But a lot of people lump folding in with laundry, but I don't lump them together because I do the laundry, he folds. To me, but folding for me is up there as one of the worst. To me, the worst chores are vacuuming because I have no upper body strength.
Interesting.
But we don't vacuum because we have house cleaners, so they vacuum. So yay. And ironing. I fucking hate ironing clothes.
I just toss it into the dryer with an ice cube. It irons it right up.
Not all clothes can go in the
shrink it up. Then it becomes a bodycon dress. It's fine. I'm
Okay.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm like, oh God. Yeah, we let most of our clothes air dry.
Yeah.
So, but I get into a habit of trying to buy things that don't require ironing, and if they do require ironing, I steam them instead. No, because I fucking hate ironing.
Mine is dishes. I will throw up if I have to do dishes without my giant gloves on.
Yeah, dishes don't bother me, but I feel like that's one of those things where when you work in the food industry, you have to get
I worked in the
acclimated.
food industry and I still can't handle. And I was literally a dishwasher. I think it made it worse because I was a dishwasher at the nursing home. That was my first job ever. And I was a dishwasher like with those industrial dishwashers. So it's like 400 degrees because it
Mhm.
sterilizes it. And then
Yeah, that's how most food
the
places are.
you had to dump the food into what they called grandma, and it was the big food squisher upper drain. Um,
Garbage disposal?
yes,
Do you not
and
have a garbage disposal like at your house?
no, because we
Really?
have like well water, and we have like it goes into like the earth,
Oh.
so our pipes wouldn't be able to like handle it, like because it just goes into like the earth. But we
That's
have a
something I
big
forget is
compost
because, like, I
pile.
know in the UK, a lot of people don't have garbage disposals, and some people don't have dishwashers. So for me,
I have a
dish.
dishwasher for
Uh,
like the first time in my life. It's so nice, but but the smell and touching. If I touch anything, something happens where I can feel it inside my mouth. So it feels like I have the thing that I'm touching in my mouth. It's disgusting. But no, we had to dump it into but it's a big garbage disposal. So I saw all that chewed up food and it got squished up together. And then sometimes
that is so strange.
what happened was yeah, they're unusual in Europe. I don't know why they're unusual in Europe. Maybe it's because they have a similar water system that we use. But
Yeah, it's always like the more that I hear about, like, and also like people don't have like heaters and air conditioners in Europe and stuff. I'm like, I would kill myself.
this
But
was
yeah, like
this is my
I
first house that I have um heat and air conditioning too. I was
what
like,
is going on?
what
Like, this is
life
crazy.
am I living right now? Like this is a life of luxury.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like, for me, I've never lived a life without a garbage disposal, like, or
I
a
think I
like
lived in a house with one, but it super grossed me out because the roommate I had at the time used it and she kept putting
That's what.
she was this not that there's anything wrong with the age, it's just I'm just giving you the full picture. She was a 45-year-old divorcee and was super bitter about it because she didn't start the divorce, he did, you know what I mean?
uh-huh.
So, but she kept putting her disgusting ass avocados down the garbage disposal and then like things would come out because they were like feeding on the I can't. It's so gross. But yeah, so I used to dump things into grandma and it was it was humongous and they'd have to shut it off because and they'd say send in the kid because I was standing that was my job, but I would accidentally dump in like if people left dentures on their tray. So then I'd have to search in and pull out teeth.
So just to be clear, there shouldn't be any problem with putting avocados in a garbage disposal, like, that's what it's for.
Maybe not the nut though.
Well, not the
She
seed.
sent the nut in there.
Yeah, you're not supposed to put things like the
She put
seed
the
or
whole
bones.
thing.
Okay, yeah, that's a problem. But stuff coming out that makes you like, do you mean bugs?
Yeah. I just didn't want in case anyone was phobic.
Okay, that's not normal, but that's like a problem with the house. That's not like a garbage disposal thing. There
I'm
should never
so
be
upset
there
because
should never be like this sounds like something out of a horror movie.
it is out of a horror movie.
But yeah, so like, I'm sitting here like I've never lived without a garbage disposal, and Cliff's like, you're spoiled. But see, to me, doing the dishes isn't that bad because you just put it in the sink and then you scrape everything into the garbage disposal, you press the button, and then all the
Oh,
food's
yes,
gone.
that makes sense because then you'd be like, I don't even have to touch it.
Yeah.
Like the
Well, I
trash
mean,
can is
well,
right there.
it's
But
not
no,
the
we have to scoop.
so the
We have a
garbage
catcher.
disposal's in the sink. It's a sink thing, not the trash can
No, I
thing.
mean like that's basically the trash can. Like you
Right.
put it into the garbage disposal. You don't have to because how we operate right now is that there's like a catcher in the drain and you take the catcher or sometimes you have to scoop out the things and
Huh?
put it in the trash
I'll
can.
say it's not the compost bin.
Cliff is just like, Shaking his head.
We do have compost though. Lots of compost.
That's what he was just saying. It's not a compost bin. but yeah, like all that said is doing dishes for us, you scrape it in the drain and then that's it. And so in theory you don't have to touch it. I don't mind touching the food because again I worked in the food industry and so like you get used to it. So I don't mind touching the food, but I understand that that's just like a neurodivergent thing for you and like we all have our
Yeah,
neurodivergent
it definitely got worse with the food industry.
Yeah, for me it got me like acclimated to it.
I feel like what got me acclimated to one of my fears was having while I was pregnant having to get blood drawn every week, and now I'm not as afraid of like I used to cry and stuff. It was like a whole big thing. It was so embarrassing. And now I'm like, okay, do it, but don't tell me what you're doing. Like don't do the you're gonna feel a pinch. I'm like, shut the fuck up and just take my blood, you know. So
the blood draw thing, just in needles in general. I know that like everyone's different and we need to support everyone. But when it comes to people being phobic of needles, I have no patience. Like I'm not even understanding of them just because I was a sickly kid. So I had to get.
Well, you had to do those long and with your clot.
Yeah, but that wasn't
crazy. I say it as if I was there. That wasn't you as a kid though. That was you as an adult, right?
Yeah, I was 19.
19.
But I was a sickly kid, so I mean, I had to get allergy shots twice a week for 14 years. I've had it and then of course I had the blood clot and I had to get my blood drawn every other day to check my levels and stuff. And I mean, I have woolly veins, so they really struggled to get the vein. And I mean, I remember one time the phlebotomist was talking to me and she's doing a blood draw from my hand because she's going to get it from my veins in my arms. And there was a crack in the vial. So it's just spilling all over her shirt, and she's talking and I'm trying to get a word in like and finally I'm like, I'm bleeding on you, and then she's like, oh no, and has to do it all over again. So when people are like phobic of needles, I'm just like, shut up. And I had to give myself needles because I had to give myself Lovenox, and stuff. So I'm just like, and it's just like, to me, it's like poking yourself with a fingernail. It's just like a sharp sting and it's over. It's like
that was the thing for me before I was desensitized, because they had to do all those things too. But it wasn't the blood and it wasn't the actual feeling. It was the needle itself. I was like, that metal thing is going to go in my skin. And now I'm like, okay, I won't look at the metal thing. That's all you have to do. But you were definitely.
I'm just always like, if I could handle it when I was 3, then
you can too.
But I can understand like being scared of it. It's when people like, I knew someone who would have full on meltdowns, and I'm just like, grow up. And I know I shouldn't be that way, but that's like the one phobia where I'm just like, snap out.
I have something, not my embarrassing thing, but I have an embarrassing thing I'm going to tell you.
Oh dear.
Poor guy. But, and it's so funny because anytime I've needed something, like I needed to do like spinal tap stuff whenever I was like, oh, I guess I wasn't, I was like 20, 21, whatever. And I was not afraid of that at all. And like getting like an epidural and stuff, no problem, because I don't see, well, also at that point I'd been like pricked once. Oh my God.
And also epidural, you don't see it. It's in your back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, you don't see it. So I'm like, whatever.
But, it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
But what can you do? I know, Butters, it's fetch time. And what is she doing? She's bringing the ball to Cliff, and she's refusing to get any ball except for her favorite ball. But anyway, how did we even get on this? Phobias or something? Oh, yeah, the food. But yeah.
We were talking about the worst.
But the dishes don't bother me just because it's like it goes in the garbage disposal, and then the dishwasher does most of the work. So it's
all about my heparin shots and what my stomach looked like.
Oh yeah, well mine looked worse. Mine looked worse, Cliff. So when you talk about yours, Oh my gosh, I looked like I was on The Walking Dead. Okay, so Cliff and I have both had to take blood thinners because when he first broke his spine, he was full on bedridden, and
Yeah.
when you're bedridden, you
Clot.
have to take blood thinners so you don't
Yes.
get blood clot.
Yes.
So he had to take heparin every day,
Yes.
and you take it in your stomach, and when you are low weight, and if you give yourself a shot, you can develop a bruise, but you're especially susceptible to bruising if it's blood thinners because it's thinning your blood and the bruise is blood. And also if you're lower in weight, there's less fat to stab it in. Mm-hmm. So he had to give himself heparin shots in his stomach. So his stomach was covered in little bruises everywhere. Mm-hmm. I had to give myself Lovenox shots when I had
Lovenox needle is horrific.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand.
Horrific thing I've ever seen in my life.
Cliff, I hope you're listening to this. So the Lovenox needle is the thickest needle I've ever seen. It's thick enough that this is one of the reasons why when people complain about needles, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Because the Lovenox shot is so thick that you can't just prick it in the skin. You have to you have to screw it into the skin because it's so thick. I've had pencils that were thinner than the Lovenox shot. Mm-hmm. And so I had to do that twice a day when I had my blood clot. And I was very underweight at the time. I was like 110 pounds and 5'9". My stomach was so covered in bruises, just insane looking, to the point where I remember I had to take time off of work because they considered me like a medical risk, because if I got injured at work, I could bleed out. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm not going to get injured at Old Navy, but they didn't want to take the chance. So they just made me take a leave of absence because they were all awful people. But anyway, I came in to pick up my paycheck during the leave of absence, and I showed people my stomach, and they literally backed away and were like, "Can we catch this?" They thought I had some kind of
like skin disease.
Yes. That's how insane the bruising was. So you hear that, Cliff? I'm just saying. Sorry, I keep flashing you guys my cleavage because I'm bending over. But
oh no!
Oh no, McTitties. I talk about titties in my upcoming video, and I was so tempted to be like, my guy calls me McTitties, but I knew there'd be someone in the comments going that's
being
awful.
Overly sexualized, yeah.
Or someone being overly sexualized, another person going that's so horrendous.
Oh my gosh, I know those comments happen. I don't see those as often as the overly sexualized.
Right. Ones. It just makes me think of the time that when my grandma was still alive. For everyone who's not in Cyborg Central and doesn't know the lore, my grandma she's dead, but she was. What mental illness do you think she had, Cliff?
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
No empathy, no. She was all about herself.
He says no empathy. She was all about herself. She also
no feelings for others.
No feelings for others, and she also had delusions of grandeur.
Oh,
and she would tell. She was a what's it called? A blank liar,
not prolific. Oh my god. Compulsive?
Compulsive, yeah. Compulsive. She was a compulsive liar.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible, but I think there's definitely some level of narcissism in there, maybe histrionic.
I have to do my disclaimer. Just because
pathological liar also.
Pathological. That's it. I have to do my disclaimer of. This is just me doing my of if someone has a personality disorder that comes from it doesn't mean they're a bad person. Mm-hmm. It's just that she clearly had something going on and then leaned into the worst bits of it and exploited it.
It's like anything else. If you have, and I'm saying this as someone with mental health problems, if you have a mental health problem and you recognize it and treat it and get it under, try to get it under control, I'm not a bad person, but if you leave the mental health problem untreated and then you start to allow it to hurt other people, that's when it's like, well, you're not really a good person because you're letting your, it's like you're letting.
And kind of like from the sound of her, like being like, wow, this really works with exploitation. I'll just like keep doing that.
Now, what was I saying?
You were talking about how
when my grandma was alive,
oh my gosh. And we were talking about the needle and the health stuff. And then we were talking, oh my God, hold on. I'm scrolling back in the comments just in case.
The horrible things like, yes. Okay, now I remember. Like this, what a roundabout way. Jenna, you low-key just described my sister to a T just there. Well, she's got some kind of personality disorder that's untreated. But anyway, hold on a second. So, okay. Oh, where'd you leave the ball? She put it in the laundry pile. Okay, so we didn't really enjoy visiting my grandma. Once we got older, like once we were full-on adults and learned to compartmentalize, we were able to kind of treat it like a game. Like we would pregame before we saw my grandma, so my sister and I would be like drunk in the backseat of the car, like we're gonna go see grandma. But anyway, it became like a thing. We'd be like taking shots, like we're gonna see grandma. But anyway, before this time, at the time I was working with my parents. I was an accountant for their company, and I would usually take my lunch break with my mom, and my mom was going to take my grandma out for our lunch break, and I was like, fuck, because that means I have to go, and so I texted my sister. Hey Alicia, I don't know what you're doing right now or if you're available, but Mom and I are taking grandma out to lunch and I don't know why you'd want to come, but if you want to come, please join us. And if you don't want to come, please, for the love of God, come anyway. because we were very much like safety in numbers. And it was always more fun when it was both of us.
Yes, because then you can like look at each other like.
Exactly. And my grandma loved to attack me specifically. So it wasn't the one of those things, like she didn't attack my sister. She loved my sister. She hated me. And so it wasn't like having her there, she would attack my sister instead. It was just like I had someone to make fun of the situation with. My grandma would regularly like call me anorexic and stuff. Huh? Oh, yeah, she loved Cliff. She wanted to fuck Cliff. But anyway.
She like basically like said it too. So
but anyway, my sister responded with a picture of her like sweaty and gross holding weights because she was working out, and she was like, sorry, because she was like in the picture holding weights, like, sorry. And I wrote back, you bitch. And my sister posted that to social media because it was funny, like me like begging her and then me going, you bitch. She posted it to social media and we all thought it was hilarious. And a bunch of her nurse friends commented like, how dare she call you a bitch? That's
do you not have a sibling? Do you not? What?
Speak to your sister. And so every time I think about like when Cliff and I playfully call each other a slut all the time. And just the other night, he was like, I'm a slut, do the slut dance. And we're all sitting there going, do the slut dance, do the slut dance. And so I'm always afraid that when people people are going to hear like Cliff go, you little slut. And they're going to be like, oh, how dare. And I'm like, I call him that too. It's fine. We call Butters a slut.
We only do that at home.
Yeah, we only do it at home. But I'm just saying, like,
I would never do that.
When I say things like, oh, he calls me McTitties, I'm always afraid there's going to be someone who's like, how dare, just like that one chick who's like, how dare you call your sister a bitch? It's like, I was obviously
like they clearly don't have siblings if they're or they're like prim proper siblings or something, because I don't know anyone who's like who doesn't do that.
Right.
They have a connection with their siblings at all. Did they not know you were the sister? Like maybe they thought you were random.
That's what made them say it was so disgusting, is that families should not speak to each other that way.
I don't understand, because if she was like, oh, I posted this on my social media and then someone I don't know commented that, I'd be like, oh, they're probably just joking, but I get it if your feelings are hurt, I guess. But like, you're the sister.
Yeah, and my sister posted it, so she was posting it like with a laugh face, like
yeah.
But But yeah, I always think about that. And it was one of her nurse
down.
friends, and she was just so angry. And we were,
Did she tell them to chill out?
yeah, we
Like,
both were like, dude, it was a
we
joke.
call each other this all the time.
Like, calm down, you know? Fuck. We also call each other, we used to all the time. I'd call her Oompa Loompa, and she'd call me Jolly Green Giant because I'm tall and she's short.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Butters? I want to throw the ball for you, but you keep leaving it in the laundry. Yes, you do. But anywho, my flabbers are still gasted by the fact that your grandma said, you don't even know.
Oh, there's
I could write a book about my grandma, and you guys would be like,
about her book.
Right. But I could also write a book about her, and you guys would be like, Jenna, this is like, you got to put some reality in here. Like people would think.
Yeah, people would think that it was like fabricated,
Right.
like even if you followed everything to a T.
Yeah, I mean, it was. My grandma was like that, except she was always drunk. I wish that, because that would have been even funnier.
Then you can like kind of explain it too, like not saying like alcoholism is crazy.
No.
Until like you got older and you guys had like.
Oh, and then she didn't show us affection. She showed jealousy. She was very jealous of me when she met Cliff, because Cliff is handsome and my grandma was horny as fuck. And
she
so
was, but also
yeah.
Remember,
not
like,
also.
She'd kiss you, Cliff, not me. She'd be like, give me a kiss, and Cliff would be like, I'm good, thanks.
Back away. If you back away,
my brother-in-law,
you can't catch up.
My brother-in-law would love visiting her because he was like, it's like going to the movies. It's just like, what is she gonna do?
I thought it's like she accosted him. I was like, stop.
No, she didn't accost him as much as she accosted Cliff, because Cliff is more conventionally attractive. But he just loved it because he was like, it's like going to the movies. What's she gonna say next? Like he would get a drink, and he like, because she lived in like a rich people facility, so every time we visited, we had champagne, and so he'd be there with his champagne, like double fisting, like, okay, Florence, tell us more, you know.
I love that her name is Florence.
Yeah, Florence, or as they pronounce it, Florence, because East Coast, Florence. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the reason my grandma wasn't cut off, I mean, part of it was because my mom felt like she's my mom. Florence, yeah. She's my mom, but also like wealthy. You know, my mom would be like, be nice or she will cut you out of the will. Be nice. It really was like that. And I was kind of like, I don't give a shit about the money. Like, I just want out. But now that we're in the world that we're in, I'm glad that I played nice, just because the inflation is insane, and I probably wouldn't have this house if I hadn't have stuck around. But I was forced to, so just keeping it real.
You basically were paid for your
services.
Trials and tribulations. Yeah, for your services.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of another funny Florence-ism. I mean, there are so many. I'm trying to think of one I haven't told you guys.
I'll never overcome
the book she wrote.
I can't. Like, that is such a sign of like, hold on. That is such a sign of that I like can't. I can't.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like, that's how she behaves.
And she is one for sure. But like that,
I remember. I might have told some of you guys this, but
okay.
She had a theory. This is one of her delusions of grandeur.
Oh,
she was convinced that a bunch of the old men, because she lived in a assisted living facility, which a lot of people hear that and they think of like, you know, oh, there's someone with a diaper wandering around. The assisted living facility she lives in is only for rich people. It costs millions of dollars to live there. Like the very first woman to ever work at NASA lives there. Like famous people live there. It's owned and run by Marriott. So you go in there. I'll show a picture of what the inside looks like. It's fancy as fuck. So she was, even though my grandpa was still alive, she was constantly on the prowl for a boyfriend, and she like took off her ring, and my grandpa was like, "What the fuck?" But anyway, she had convinced herself that all of the handsome men at the facility had created a secret society to protect her and look out for her. And so at Christmas, she wrote them all a Christmas card saying, "I know what you're doing, and I thank you and appreciate your service." And when she'd run into one of them in the hallway, like we'd be visiting, and she'd be like, "Hold on, that's one of them." She'd run into one of them and be like, "Thank you for the service." And then she'd walk back to us, and you see the guy just be like, it was great. It was amazing. But okay, I'm going to find a picture.
Oh, speaking of pictures, there's a post that I sent you. I know you saw it, but like it made me think of your grandma. And it was the one where it's like, "Oh my God, this is scaring me." And they're like, "She's gone." And they're like, "Thank God."
Oh yeah. That's a good one. Hold on a second. Okay. I know there's this one picture I have that's great because I'm flipping off the camera. Let me see if I can get it.
Just search in your photos, old lady.
No, I'm trying to find a place of the V.
Oh, like the inside of it?
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It's across from Stanford Hospital. So you probably drove by it a bunch when you were.
Oh yeah, it's funny because I was like, oh, where I stayed, I know I was close to it.
Yes. Okay, hold on a second. Oh. Okay. Oh, there's my grandma. I'll not put her picture. Okay, these are the best I could do. But anywho, enjoy. And you can see how we're dressed. That's how you have to dress there.
Hold on, let's see. Did you put it in? You said you put it in Cyborg Central?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I see. This is amazing.
Me flipping off the camera.
Oh my gosh, you at the piano is hilarious. I love
and you
it.
have to, you're not allowed to, if you're a guy, you have to have a suit jacket. So what Cliff was wearing, he got in trouble because he didn't have a suit jacket. So
oh my God. Yeah. But he's so fancy looking.
Right. The vest was not sufficient. And I even told him, he was like, I get really hot because of my medication. I was like, yeah, take a jacket. And then they're like, you could just hang it on the chair. So they gave him a jacket and then he hung it on the chair.
Oh my God.
Right.
This is the kind of stuff where I'm like, I'll have to tell you afterward about my super cool boss. But I'm like, I just don't understand. Like, I just don't understand why this is like even a thing.
Butters. But yeah, you can kind of see from the pictures that it's like fancy. It looks like a hotel. And I wish I should have another picture of their Christmas tree. They'd have a Christmas tree that was like 2 stories tall. He is so fancy looking. This place really is insufferably pretentious. Yes, exactly. Okay,
it's like it's just made up to be like more of an in group.
Oh my gosh, Kylan's still going with the butters. Now it's getting unhinged. Okay, one more. Okay. All right, guys. Good girl, you won the game. Come show Daddy. Come show him. You won. Yay. That's how we end the game, so she knows it's over. But anywho.
Aww. She won the fetch.
Anywho. You can't sit with us, Cliff, on Wednesdays. We wear suits. It's funny because, like, look how fancy he looks. Like,
he looks so great.
Yeah. But they gave him, they have like a suit closet and they like, they just took one
I love
out.
how they're like, oh, we would never want you to be seen without a suit jacket.
And they were like,
I'll dress your chair.
Right, just hang it on the chair. They're like, wear it while you walk in and then hang it on the chair. So that's what he did.
People will see.
Right.
You know what? They're just as bad as her. There's people following.
And I don't know if you saw, but my shoes are open-toed, and my grandma would get really pissed and call me like such a slut because my shoes are open-toed. And I don't know if you saw, but I'm wearing tights. So like,
Yes. You can't
so
even see your toes.
even if toes were slutty, like I'm wearing tights. And
Yeah.
my grandma loved to call me a slut, which is just
She
so funny
really
because
did, and I love that. Not that there's no such thing as a slut, but I love that she did it to the asexual person.
right, exactly. It's like, first of all, there's no such thing as a slut. And second of all, if there was one, I would be literally, of the whole group of people there, I would be the last on the list because I have
Yeah.
slept with the least amount of people and I didn't start having sex until I was a full grown adult, you know?
Yes.
And it's like, and I'm not horny. So it's like, I'm the last person, but it was because my grandma had a lot of, my grandma is not a girl's girl, if that wasn't obvious. She had a lot of jealousy toward me because I was like the pretty one. And so anything she could do
Which
to,
just doesn't make any sense because like you are so beautiful. Like beauty's subjective and you can lift people up and or push them down, but it doesn't like affect you in any way either way. You know what I mean?
she very much like saw me as a threat, and it's like, who am I stealing from? The men who want me, if they're like in your age range, I don't want them,
And
Grandma.
also that's a red flag and she shouldn't want them either.
Well, you know, this is like the least of the least of the issues
This is
with her.
nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah,
But that just shows you like how messed up
yeah, she
her
was.
mind is.
Yeah, but she
Yes.
and it was funny
Fighting
because
demons within herself.
and she didn't like Cliff at first before she met him. She didn't like him because she was like, he's a loser because he didn't come from a wealthy family, and I was like really pissed off about that.
Okay.
Yeah, because my grandma's
And
my grandma's whole thing is marry for money because love doesn't exist. So she's
I
like,
mean,
oh,
she found your. Well, wait, didn't she marry your grandpa when he didn't have a lot of money though?
right, but he was cheap, so she knew she'd never starve. That's what she
He
says. She
was
tells
cheap.
everyone, she goes, I married him because when we went on our first date, he was so cheap I knew I'd never starve.
I don't understand what that means. I don't understand.
He's so cheap, he saves his money. So she knew she'd never starve because they'd always have money for food.
Oh. Because
What
I
is
would
that to understand?
No, because I'm thinking if you go on a date with someone and someone's like, oh my gosh, they were so cheap, I would think, oh, they didn't pay for me or something. And I
Oh
thought,
no, that's I totally understand for today's society, but this is like the 40s.
Oh, right. Yes.
The
Oh, right.
30s.
Sorry. I forgot. I was like, no, that means, which I don't agree with anyone
Right.
paying for anyone's meal. Like, that's not a me thing. I just would think, like, if someone's like, he's so cheap. I married him because he's so cheap. I knew I wouldn't starve. I was like, wait, those things go opposite, but now I understand. That totally makes sense. It's like, oh, he knows he's good with money. And he is good with money. He was.
Yeah, I mean, he became a self-made millionaire.
Yeah.
But she wasn't rich when she first married him. But also, like, it's not like she was like a looker or something who could wait around for like the sexiest guy around.
Interesting.
But yeah,
that
so
she
she was like, he
wasn't,
was so cheap, I knew I'd never starve. And then he became rich, and then that became all that mattered, you know?
My grandmother is like not on certain sides of things, but also matches in other sides of things with like the snobbishness of it and like having these societal rules that like don't make sense and all that stuff. And what's really interesting, wait, there was something interesting. Wait, was it you were talking about? Oh my gosh, what were you just said it and then about
Being
your grandma.
cheap.
It was
being a
after
millionaire. How he
After
became a
that.
millionaire. Love doesn't exist, marry for money.
No, it's gone. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
But it was related. It was related to that, and it was somehow related to your grandmother, but now I don't remember. It's gone.
It's all good. Sorry, I got to sneeze.
Bless you.
But anywho, yeah. So when I first started dating Cliff, she was like, "Oh, he's a loser." Da 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 da. Like said all these mean things, and I remember normally I don't let my grandma affect me, but I'm very protective of the people I love, and I started crying and like
because it's mean and it doesn't. Also, it's only like insult people for things they can control. You know what I mean? And it's like that has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
And also her husband. Oh, I remember now. So my grandmother also is not necessarily attractive. It's very interesting because it's like attractive, like maybe in like an alternative way, but very striking. So like an interesting looking person. So I'm like wondering if she was maybe someone like that.
No. So I said she wasn't a looker. She wasn't an interesting looking person. She was a very regular, normal,
like plain Jane kind of.
I guess. I mean, but I don't know why we are so okay. So what? Okay, I think we're confused. What I was saying is all my grandma's decision to like love doesn't exist, marry for money, that came after she was already married and experienced the high life. Does that make sense? So back when she was younger, she was just looking for someone to support her. He didn't necessarily have to be rich. And when I said my grandma wasn't a looker, I meant usually people who are gold diggers. They can afford to be.
They're like trophy wife
they're
type
beautiful. I'm saying my grandma wasn't beautiful, so she wasn't sitting around waiting for a rich
So she
guy.
couldn't really be a gold digger,
right?
Even
that's
though
that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
If they met in the 40s, it was definitely before the 40s because my parents were born in maybe okay. I guess it would be in the 40s because my parents were born in the 50s. No, everyone's like reading way too much into what I'm saying now and like trying to analyze what my grandma looked like. I'm just saying she was like a regular lady and my grandpa was a regular. I'm just saying that everyone's way too much reading into this. They just looked like regular. They weren't, some people, you look at the old pictures of people and you're like, wow, they were so beautiful. These were not these people.
Yeah. That's what recent, and I think the reason I'm thinking about is because there's like changes in my extended family going on. And I saw old pictures and I was like she was very like, it was my brother's word for it, where I was like, she's not, this is just separate from Jenna's grandmother. I'm like, she's not like beautiful, but there's like something like about her, and he's like, she's striking, and I was like, she is, because she just looks interesting. But yeah, she's a very angular lady.
Yeah. And but what was I gonna say? But yeah, you guys are reading too much into it. I'm just saying that my grandma was not some like beauty who was trolling the streets for a rich man. I'm obsessed with history and what was beautiful throughout the ages.
He was in the Navy at the time, so
he was in the Merchant Marines. Yeah, my grandpa was a sailor in the Merchant Marines, so he was a regular guy. She was a regular chick. She was just looking for someone to support her, not necessarily for a rich dynamo. And my grandpa ended up starting his own business and investing his money from his business in the stock market, and he was really good at investing. And my grandpa became a self-made millionaire. And then my grandma decided, oh, I'm not going to have a job. I'm just going to be a trophy wife who's not a trophy. And she just became a snob and shopped at Chanel and Neiman Marcus and Ferragamo and all that stuff, Coach tennis shoes, and so the snobbery happened later. But then when my sister and I were born, she'd be like, marry for money because love doesn't exist. And
there's this psychologist, and I really like one of her sayings is your subconscious is showing. And that's when people are like, love doesn't exist, it's like, ooh, your subconscious is showing, because either there's that internalized false thought, but of like, I'm unlovable, which comes from like a wound. And then there's people who can't feel love. Right. And I think she's in the latter category, where she's like, it just doesn't exist. And it's like, for you, but now we know something about you.
Well, also, I think she was always, at least to some degree, messed up, because she openly said that she married my grandpa because he was so cheap. She knew she'd never starve.
That's so rude.
Then something happened. She got pregnant. And after she had my mom, she like fell into a huge postpartum depression, like very bad, and like wanted to kill herself. And the doctors, this was back in the 50s, they put her on medication that fucked up her brain. And ever since then, my grandpa said, this is what my grandpa said. She became a totally different person after that. I think that I think she was always messed up, because if you heard about her childhood, she grew up in an orphanage until she was like 5.
Oh my God.
And had no love. And they say that people she was never held or anything as baby, and that can affect it's a form of trauma, and it can affect a child.
I bet you she has that, but don't say it out loud.
Yes,
don't say it out loud.
she had that.
Because
but
there's
then
a lot of misconception. But then with that on top of it, absolutely.
what I was going to say is that's what you have as a kid.
Yes.
And then if you don't get that treated,
Yes.
you grow up and it becomes
Yes. Yep.
sociopathy.
Yep.
So basically, that's what I think happened.
That makes
yes.
horrible sense to me.
So she was in an orphanage. And what was crazy is, okay, oh my gosh, I'm just like spilling all the tea.
So much lore.
So basically, she was one of 4 kids. And
Okay.
her parents kept the oldest 2 and sent the youngest 2 to a nunnery orphanage.
This is so common. Was common.
And so the older 2 were like loved and adored, and they were the favorite kids. The younger 2 didn't, were never held or anything like that. And then the parents came and picked them up when they were like around 6 and was like, okay, let's take you home. And they were old enough that my grandma remembers the moment she met her mom. And she goes, I just remember thinking my mom was so old. Like my mom had white hair. And I was like, ew, like what's going on? But anywho, that's her first memory of my mom was how like gross she looked. But anyway, and I'm not blaming her, but I'm saying that the way she was raised as a kid in the orphanage messed her up. And it evolved over time. So she wasn't, because it wasn't, and again, I'm not saying that people.
No, but it went untreated.
Yes.
And then what can happen is like, even if people have explosive moments or moments where they're perpetratory and stuff like that, if you're aware of what you're doing and you want to change, you can. Yes. But she leaned into it so fucking hard. She was like, oh, wow, when I do this thing, I get more things and I feel no badness from it. Yeah. And so she's just like kept doing shit.
Well, also, and there are things that I haven't said for
privacy
reasons. Yeah. Well, for the privacy of other people.
Yes.
I think I said it in Cyborg Central though. But I don't know if I'd feel comfortable saying it here. But there are things that she said that she's done, not said, but done, that for me I can't. Like I just want to make it clear that I'm not trying to sound like unsympathetic. There are things that she's done that just are not excusable. And like her saying weird shit to me, calling me anorexic and calling me a slut and saying I'm gonna go to hell. To me, like you could be like, oh well, she's got these mental health problems. I'll just say it in. Okay, I spoiler tagged it. But anywho, there are things, so it's like that are not excusable. But basically, this is the lore how it started. So she was messed up. Like she had clearly had a mental health disorder due to trauma from when she was a kid. Mm-hmm. But then when she had post-traumatic stress disorder. Wait, not post-traumatic. Postpartum. When she had postpartum, and then the medication that they gave her that totally fucked up her brain, I think it just made it worse. Does that make sense?
Oh, for sure.
Because my grandpa was not like clearly not receptive or like clearly not aware that she was weird from the start, but everyone else was. It's very well known that no one in his family liked her the moment they met her.
I also
for valid reason.
Postpartum only if left untreated, it only lasts, I say only, this is a long ass time without treatment, but like it can only last so many months or like a year. Mm-hmm. And then eventually your body does regulate itself. And I know I'm not negating like there were weird drugs out there, but also there is a phenomenon where there are these awful people. And when they have kids, they get so upset that they've had children because their kids are getting like resources that they never got in attention. And like, I was
going to say that too, because she didn't want to be a mom. She made that clear. My mom was very neglected. And then by the time my mom was alive, they were pretty well off, but you would never know looking at my mom. She never had new clothes. She never had, her shoes had holes in them and her clothes were flooded. My mom had no idea that they were wealthy until she was an adult. And she was like, what the fuck? Why was I living like I was in poverty? But my grandma and grandpa had everything they needed. So, okay. So anywho, I'm like giving all the
lore.
But yeah, so basically she's been this way forever. And also like my grandpa was like a smart business guy, but he wasn't a smart people guy. So like literally when she met his family,
description.
When
Yeah.
she met his family, everyone immediately didn't like her and were like, she's using you. And he's like, no, she's not. But then after the postpartum,
He could see it. I bet you,
yeah.
again, on the flip side, it's like the opposite. When he had a little baby, he's like, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
That's not good to do.
Yeah.
Like, you should be nurturing or something. And it's like, wasn't happening.
It wasn't even, hold on. I wrote that out and I was like, oh wait, that happened to me too. The cycle continues.
Yep. Well, there was something else that you brought up that I was like, oh, which was,
Oh my god! Like I'm just, this is why I don't have kids. I'm ending the cycle.
And it's like, who does that sound like? Like, hello?
Right.
Like, what are you doing? But yeah, that's, anyway, it's just me.
Like, it just continues, you know? Some of this I already knew, though. Some of it I'm like, oh,
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of this I already knew, but that one that I was typing out was like, oh,
wait a minute.
Continues. But anywho, all that said, now you guys know the lore. So mental health is important.
It
Get
is.
it treated.
It is.
But yeah,
and that's why they say cycle break. It just takes the one. I mean, it sucks to be the one, but it just takes the one. And I'm not talking about lineage cycle.
Right.
I'm talking about
even
I know
that. It's like I don't want a kid.
Also, you no, but I just think it's not never as in like never considered it. I just mean like that's not like your path. But it was just like even if you did decide to have kids, it's like you still are like cycle breaking. So it's like
thank you.
Yeah.
I just have to show you guys. Look at Butters on her laundry pile.
She's queen of the laundry pile.
I was just about to say that she's queen. This is her laundry. This is fine.
She's so cute.
You see Cliff folding. He's so sweet. And she's just queen of the pile.
She is.
Whoever said money can't solve your problems. That's the thing is money really, they say money doesn't buy happiness. It doesn't buy happiness. It buys ease. And ease, a lot of what makes people unhappy is dis-ease and stress. And money buys the things that can solve those problems.
Yeah.
It won't make you happy, but it can buy solutions to your problems to make you less stressed.
Well, did you see the study? This is all related, and I'll make it quick. But did you see the study where they found out that wine is still like bad for you and that diet soda is not necessary? I mean, it's not good for you either. Like, but both are like kind of like neutral, but think about the types of people that have access to wine and the types of people that have access to like diet soda or soda. And like the difference is income and the ability to go to get like medical care. Right. So it's like, hello, like this is, it goes all the way to the top.
Exactly. You can break the cycle without having kids. Well, that's what I was saying. Part of breaking the cycle is not having kids. It's like it dies with me.
Yeah.
Money can buy a ton of tools to help you make the most of life, but you're still got to use those tools well. Exactly.
They're right though. You can break the cycle with still have kids.
Right. Yeah. Grandma Moreci. So to be clear, this was my mom's mom, not my dad's mom. Grandma Moreci is a different grandma. She had her own issues, but she was not
like that.
Yeah. Like that. Grandma Moreci is the one that I take after appearance-wise, fortunately, because she was cute in her heyday. She was a cutie. But that's because she was Latina, so of course she was spicy. But anywho, yeah. So Grandma Moreci was a different person. This was This was Grandma King.
Grandmama King.
Grandma King. And I carry her name forever because that's well, it's technically my grandpa's name. That's my middle name. So
I like that your initials are like JK.
but then it's like J.K. Rowling. I'm so originally.
No, I meant like just kidding.
I was originally considering making my pen name Jenna King, but I was worried that it sounds too much like a porn
Oh,
star.
you know for sure. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yes, interesting. I was thinking of, you know, how many people are like, oh, like this, and they make like a connection.
Stephen King.
And they would be like, Stephen King. Do you know Stephen King? Like, I just could see a lot of things.
Or
happening.
I also thought people would accuse me of trying to ride his coattails. It's like, no, it's my name, bitches, you know. But and then someone was like, just don't go with Jenna Moreci because it sounds more worldly. And I was like, okay, but no one can pronounce it, so. And then when I say it the Americanized way, then the Italians correct me and are like, that's wrong. And it's like, I'm trying.
I know I got Americanized though, so I'm sorry. I assimilated real hard.
They assimilated. I will still say it, you know, as Moreci, but not like when I'm walking around with. It's like it comes off as douchey, and people are like,
no, I get that, because that's how, like, sometimes like there'll be like Spanish words that I'll just say like wrong so that I don't sound like I'm, or like
I feel uncomfortable just calling myself Latina. I always say I'm Latina, you know.
Yes, yeah, that's what I mean. Yep.
Yes, but anywho, okay, it's getting late. Sorry, we were in the lore. We were deep in the lore.
Oh, I don't regret a thing.
I will eventually have to delete this. Hopefully, well, whatever. People don't go back and watch these, right? But anywho, okay, guys, IONA, where can everyone find you?
You can find me at Creepycore and Folklore on my website, YouTube, Instagram, and join me for Writing Wednesday streams that I'm going to be doing on Twitch. And then also, you can check out my book Ashes on Amazon in ebook, paperback, and audiobook formats.
Awesome. Instead of writing sprint, we got lore sprint. Everyone,
yes, and we still got 2 sprints in. So
yes, I just need to show you what I did to Butters. I tucked her in. I love her. Yes, she's like, are you posing, Butters? Are you posing?
Look at that eye. She's smizing.
All right, folks. And again, I won't have a video out on Wednesday, but I will be back on Monday for a live stream, and we will have a video Wednesday next week. Please go buy my books. If you want signed copies, I've got a link. Throne of Laundry, exactly. I've got a link in there might not be a link in the description of this video. Let me go ahead and leave it in the comments. Hold on. But
and like the stream.
Yes, like the stream. It helps me out. Okay, so if you want to buy signed copies, and I know people are waiting on the hardbacks. I'm trying to get it going, and
no pressure. I just want you to know why I haven't, or not that you're.
No, people in the comments were saying that they are waiting for it. You know, it's not even a pressure thing. I just I'm missing out on sales. You know, so I might just bite the bullet and do a new ISBN. It'll be a huge pain in the ass, but whatever.
Yeah.
But anywho, guys, we will be back on Monday, so we will see you then. Do you want to see Bye Butters? She's all snuggled. Oh, her head was down. No. Okay, are you gonna come say bye? Okay, she's saying bye.
Bye.